Gonna wait till we get a few more people on board here before we start getting this session going. Hmm. Gonna make me some fish candy tonight. Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining tonight's live. Appreciate you being here. We are taking the night off from fishing. It is a bit warm outside where I'm at tonight. We're about 106 right now, 105. It's warm, very warm. So, with that being said, just a few things that I wanted to share with you. If you guys got a chance to catch last night's live, it was a quiet evening on the river. A lot of it was due to the fact that there was so many boats and watercrafts out there on the water last night. It made it somewhat difficult. But we did get to collaborate with Fishing with Ferg, Mike over in Louisiana as we were doing the live. And I'll tell you what, we did a bait challenge. It was outstanding on his end. We did mushrooms. We did marshmallows and orange peels on the bait challenge that we had. And I'll tell you, man, Mike and Major, they knocked it out of the park last night catching them on the mushrooms. I keep saying mushrooms, I meant marshmallows, garlic flavored marshmallows at that. So, yeah, it was just a great evening all around. Slow on my end here where I'm at in Arizona because, like I said, we had a lot of activity on the water, but not a big deal. It was still great getting out there and fishing. Hey, thanks for joining. Welcome, 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 folks. Tonight we are doing a little bit something different. Um, it's not the sit down jabber jabber, but it's actually, I titled tonight's live Making Fish Candy because I wanted to create some more different types of baits that I want to use for when I go out there and I target, whether it's catfish, carp, or whatever the case may be, or even striped fur fish. That's what we were looking at. So, folks, I appreciate you taking the time and to join me tonight on the live. Tonight's specialty, as we're going to call it, is we are going to use Oscar Mayer wieners. Hey, how you doing, Richard? Thanks for joining, brother. We are going to use Oscar Mayer wieners tonight. Okay. We are also going to be using my all-time favorite, Foster Farms naturally cage freeze, as they call it, no antibiotics. Well, we're going to have fish that are going to eat pretty health conscious this time, right? We are doing chicken livers and chicken hearts and gizzards, I should say. This is going to be something that I'm changing up because I normally don't do gizzards, but it's going to be fun to try it out. Appreciate all you guys joining tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Tony, how are you? Thanks for coming on by, my friend. Folks, if I tend to squint a little bit, I'm still getting adjusted to these new glasses that I got not too long ago. So bear with me on that. We are doing good. Elevator guy, let's see, elevator guide rail. Hey, how are you? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Takes me a second to read your name, but I just wanted to make sure that I don't mess you up. I am Pop and Cub. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. So, with that being said, and also, I think we're going to be using Gulf, what's this called? Gulf shrimp, wild Gulf shrimp. We're going to be using this, and that's what we're going to be marinating that with. Now, folks, I got to tell you, this shrimp that I used last time was probably one of the best things I used for carp fishing. Hey, thank you, James. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for liking the stream. Oh, I just got the hat today, my friend. Wally World, as I like to call it, got some brand new ones, and I went out and kind of did a little bit of shopping today at Wally World because I needed some other stuff. Let's see here. Let's see here. Zardy 500 says, you know, people dip their liver in Kool Aid, and thanks for kiss. Hey, buddy, I'm right there with you. Strawberry flavored Jello, 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 Jello. That works just as well as Kool Aid does. So again, I got the family pack because I want to make sure that I saturate the daylights out of all this stuff. Well, Richard, my name is Tim. Thanks for joining the channel. For those of you who need to know, my name is Tim, and welcome to Arizona Outdoors. Alrighty. So, with that being said, I think we're going to probably start first with let's do the Jello pack first as far as making it. We are making bait tonight, Memory of Fishermen. We are going to make, as I like to call it, fish candy. I don't necessarily think that they have a healthy version of this, but I guess probably if I had to say the healthiest thing on here would be the Jello, since it's only 90 calories. 90 calories. What a fish care, right? So we are doing a family size pack. Hey, Mako, what's up, buddy? We're doing a family size pack of the strawberry Jello because I want to make sure that we infuse it all good and get it saturated. Smells good. Smells very good. Okay. Also, we are going to be doing this with, let's see here. Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter. For fishing, I actually have, especially if you're doing catfishing. All-nighters are probably the funnest times you can do. I did know, no, I'm not okay. I'm not sure what that was, fishing my memory, but it's all good. And we're going to be putting them in these 1 gallon Ziploc freezer bags because that way, that's how I kind of stow them when I'm not actually using them. So, folks, if you're brand new to the fishing world or you're thinking about getting involved in fishing, I highly recommend it. I really, really highly recommend that. Let's see here. Memory of Fisherman says, I didn't know fish like. Hey, you know what? I didn't know they like marshmallows either, but Ferg proved me wrong on that one. If you got a chance to watch last night's bait challenge, I would have never believed that that catfish like marshmallows, especially garlic flavored ones. But yeah, they do. So let's see here. Never had I ever accidentally thrown. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. So with that being said, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to start with a simple one first. Let's start with the hot dogs first, and then we'll go from then and we'll work our way around. Now, you have all kinds of options that you can use to make your type of fish bait that you want to. It can be either the strawberry Jello, strawberry Kool-Aid, whatever the case may be. I 90% of the time probably have heard people say they use the strawberry Jello. Okay, Kool-Aid may be a win-win too, but I think the strawberry Jello may give it more of that flavor that they're looking for. Also, we are using the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I'm gonna tell you, this right here was a game changer for me the night or the day that I caught that almost 13-pound carp. It was a game changer for me. And I mixed this up with some frozen shrimp within a few hours because it was a long day. But I'll tell you what, man, patience at that point did pay off, and it was well worth and it was well rewarded when I launched that big old carp in. You know what? I think I may want to grab the other ones. These are my good ones. Let me grab the other ones real quick. I'm gonna grab them other ones real quick. I know I have them. I bought one specifically for them, and I don't want to use my good ones. Let's see here. You know what? Worst case scenario, I can always buy a new pack. I did buy a cheaper version, but I guess the fish tonight are going to get the somewhat gourmet with the Oscar Mayers. So we're just going to use part of it because I won't need to use it all. So we'll just break these away, and we'll use one pack away. I would normally go with the Bar S type hot dogs because I really don't think that fish care as long as they're marinated in something that's appealing to them. I believe that even carp and catfish will definitely hit on these even. So I'm a 100% believer that they will. Let's see here. Jacob Sweat. How are you, buddy? Jacob says, hi, Tim. Just got home from work. Hope your night is going great. It is going wonderfully good tonight, Jacob. It's kind of taking the night off tonight. I'm actually looking out my window and I can see the river from where I'm sitting right here. And yeah, the water's up tonight, but I'm taking a night off because I wanted to create as what I call fish candy tonight. So that's why we're having it. But hey, thanks for joining. Hey, Drew, how are you? Thanks for joining this evening, my friend. We are making fish candy tonight, as I call it. So the first candy that we're going to make will be the hot dogs. Okay. Will be the Oscar Mayer all beef Frank hot dogs. Good stuff right here. I can just get it open, it'd be even better. So I told my wife that I wanted to buy the cheaper version of the hot dogs for the bait, but I can't seem to find it. So we're going to use these. But I'm okay with that. Just because I know they're good, I got to do it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Nothing like taking a taste test before you actually make it, right? Drew, they do actually. The way that I tie my hot dogs and my baits onto my hooks, I use that magic thread. I guarantee you it's not going to come off. Guarantee it. Now, what I like to do is I like to cut them about this size in diameter. Okay. The type of hooks that I use now, you can do multiples if you want. It doesn't really matter. You can do multiples if you want, or sickles like this with maybe even corn to kind of entice the catfish or the carp. But I do leave them in that size because that way it gives them something there to actually get a bite of and get a hold of. So, yeah, definitely. Figured we do a few of these, and I don't make a whole lot at one time because, again, like I said, I don't like having a lot on hand like that because I think sometimes the fresher the better is the best way to do it. The only bite that we tonight, my good friend, is going to be the one I just took out of the hot dog I just tested for flavor and taste. We are staying home tonight, and we're kind of taking it easy after last night. I had a lot of things I had to do around the house today and taking care of some things, and I was kind of tired. I got to bed pretty late last night, so we're all good though. We just wanted to come in and make some regular stuff going on with it for the try and get some new fish bait out there. But thanks for asking. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Um, Next time I go back out, it could be. Excuse me about that. It could be potentially tomorrow, but I don't want to 100% promise because there's some things that I do need to take care of. But we are definitely going to be going out there during the week, and we're going to be hitting those spots again. I am going to potentially be changing up the location. Another one I had to, man. Got to taste the product, you know. There is one area that I definitely want to check out that is by the dam over here by where we live, by David's Dam. D. Kiaman, hey, how are you? Welcome back again. Yes, I do. I remember from last night. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. There's one area that I do want to change up. And I think the best time to go in that specific area would be this, is that during the probably early evening to getting into nighttime, probably be the best time because the view out there is just outstanding. Yeah, sure I do. I'm kind of a weirdo like that. I like raw hot dogs. I really do. Chicken, beef, whatever. I don't touch the pork hot dogs unless they're cooked, but the chicken or beef doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'm kind of weird like that. I'm even one of those kind of cats that I would actually eat raw hamburger at some point. So that's just me. I like the taste of it. So with that being said, we're going to pick and put these in one, I believe it's a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. You saw me on Friday. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Thanks for joining. Where did you see me on the live? So we're going to go ahead and put these hot dogs in this bag here. And like I said, I'm just making enough to, basically go out for a day or two. Hey, Possum Holler, how are you? Thanks for joining tonight. Glad to have you on board. Glad to have you on board. Folks, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to all my my moderators to the channel tonight. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys being on board and watching the lives with me, because the fact is you guys keep the channel running very smooth and I love that. Well, good. Glad to hear that, Possum. Glad to go on you well. You're doing very well with that. I want to say thank you to all my moderators for taking care of the channel as we're doing our lives. Couldn't do it without you, and it couldn't run effectively without you guys. So again, thank you so much. All right, so now we're going to open up this one here. Hey, Finding Joy, how are you? Thanks for joining the channel, man. I got a chance to jump in and out of some lives with you earlier today with a few of the great, awesome members that we follow on YouTube. I was watching Dog Tag for a minute, and then I started watching, oh my gosh, who was the, Jackson. Got a chance to watch Jackson for a minute. Let's see here. What does Christian say? Whoever got that, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I like your hat, and I have a shirt from basketball. Oh, me too. Me too. Zipsu, how are you? Thanks for joining. I don't believe you've been on here before. Your name doesn't sound familiar. So welcome to the channel tonight. Much appreciated to have you. So, okay, like I said, we did get the family pack. I don't think I'm going to need to use the entire family pack on this, but we are going to give it a try. Now, when it comes to chicken or other types of meats like that, I'm real cautious that once I use them, I really recommend that you wash your hands before you touch anything else, because of the fact is the bacteria type issue. Again, I'm not the cleanest guy when it comes to making bait and stuff like that, but I want to make sure that, there's really no cross contamination. Let's see here. Finding Joy says, hello to everyone watching and thank you for being here. Yes, very, very, very much thank you for being here. Whoa. Okay, now I just lost some of that. I'm going to have to open this up, see if I can save what little bit there is. There we go. All right, here we go. Now, the best way from what I'm told is that you go ahead and you do this and you actually just pour in the desired amount. But like I said, I don't have enough hot dogs in this bag to do the whole bag like that. So I don't think it would be conducive to do that. All right, so I've got the hot dogs in here and I've got the actual powder that's in there, the strawberry powder. And we're just going to kick it around. Kick it around. I mean, worst case scenario, if I need to open up the other pack, I might have to. Drew, did you get yep, it's all fixed. Oh, good deal, Drew. You got your pole fixed and ready to go for the night? Awesome. So Drew's going to be doing some fishing out there tonight where he lives, and it's going to be amazing to see what he catches. Possum, we are trying to figure out a way to help Drew go live. We're not quite sure what's going on with the ability of him of going live, but Lord knows if we can get him to go live, that would be outstanding. Now, I guess it would be safe to say that a little bit of overkill on the actual strawberry jello would not be a bad thing, even though there is still powder in that. But the thing that I'm also beginning to realize too, folks, is that the hot dogs still have quite a bit of moisture in them. So with that being said, I think this will draw up and even make it more, what's the word I want to use? Infused, I guess the proper word would be using, infused. So with that being said though, but look, tell me that doesn't look like fish candy. That looks amazing. Amazing stuff right there. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we are talking about. Now, a lot of times what I'll do too is I'll try to open the package up a little bit and let some of the air out because I don't want all that excess in there if I don't need to. Whoa, that wasn't good. Okay, at least I know it's not going to unseal itself because it's permanent that way. We'll probably end up changing that into a different bag as we use it though, so that will not be an issue there. So that is one down and a couple more to go. A couple more to go. Let's see here. Zip you says strawberry hot dogs, perfect midnight snacks. For the fish or for you? Yeah, you know what? Hey, I'm not opposed to trying one. I actually got to be honest with you. I probably would try one. I want to know what the fish are tasting. That's my logic on it. Let's see here. Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot is finally working the way it should be. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So with that saying, we already got the hot dogs done. Yeah. All right. So this one here, if you guys got a chance to catch my live last night, I did the same thing on this, except the ones last night were chicken livers and chicken hearts, not gizzards. And when I was putting the hearts on the actual hooks that I used, yeah, it was a challenge at some point to get them off if I wanted to change them out because the heart is so muscular the way that it is with all the striations and the muscle tendons, all that they're in the heart. It makes it really difficult to get them off the hook when you want to change them out. But overall, though, very effective. And I used the garlic flavor that came at the recommendation of one of my followers. And for those of you who've been around the channel for a while, know who he is. SoCal Outdoors actually told me to try it with garlic, and I did give it a whirl. And I'll tell you what, man, it came out pretty good. I think. Let's see here. Let's see here. Are you going fishing today? No, unfortunately not today, my friend. I'm going to be probably just staying home tonight. Getting some caught up on some things I wanted to get done here, like getting some extra bait ready and made up tonight. That way, when I do have that moment that I do have an opportunity to pull away, I can just go and go. Not going to make a ton of it because sometimes it can be really hard to freeze it. I don't really like keeping the bait that I make with the freezer stuff that I have in my home in my freezer here. Um, hint, hint, I may end up having to put a freezer outside or in my laundry room to keep that. Just, I mean, I try to seal things as best as I can with the bait. Well, I appreciate the thumbs up there, my friend. I try to keep things sealed as properly as I can so it doesn't smell, but let's be realistically honest. Sometimes the smell can get out. I like it, but the wife doesn't always necessarily like the smell of it. So again, maybe down the road, pick up a small, tiny mini freezer if we can. That way, I can just have that basically for all the fish that I catch and the bait that goes with it. That'd be perfect for it. So, with that being said, You know what? I'm thinking about maybe doing the shrimp right now, and we're going to do this one for last. We'll do this one for last. Or, nah, maybe we'll do it now because I really want to get this taken care of and get it done. So we're going to go ahead and open up these here and see what it's about. Now, folks, check these out. These are amazing. These are amazing. Check out these chicken hearts, man. These things are meaty. They're in a sense they're a really decent bait for the most part, and they are yeah, they're just all around good bait to use. Then we have the gizzards, which I really love. You know what? Maybe I did have gizzards last night. I thought they were liver. Okay, I think I stand corrected on that one because they look familiar. So these are probably what I did have last night, not realizing that's what they were. I could have swore they said they were liver, but they sell kind of differently. So maybe this is what I had. So we're going to try this differently. Last night's was made from the garlic. Tonight we're going to make it with the strawberry. Going to try it up. We're going to change it up, see how it plays out. Don't know unless we try it, right? Don't know unless we try it. Folks, thanks for joining tonight. Much appreciated. Now with these, I do have to put them all in because there's no way of keeping them. You either do them all or you don't, right? Okay, there is some livers in there. Okay, perfect. So they gave me a measurement of hearts, gizzards, and livers tonight. So yeah, that's actually a win-win. Don't remember having any in the last batch that I got. Now, folks, when I go to buy these here, I try to go obviously to the freshest that you can get, but realistically, I try to also go the cheapest route that I can. It is fish bait, and I don't want to have to exclude them from having the good stuff, but on the same token, I don't want to spend a ton of money in buying it. So this small package here cost me literally, this small package here literally cost me $2.51. $2.51. Do you know how many fish you can get out of this thing? You're definitely going to get a lot more than $2.51 worth, which I think is amazing. Give me a minute. Let me go throw this in the trash. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. You just can't beat that for that price at $2.51. You really can't. Now, some of the stuff that I see in the package, it's pretty beefy as far as cut-wise. Cut-wise, it's pretty beefy. There's some big pieces of liver, some big pieces of gizzards, and some really decent-sized hearts in there, which I think is outstanding. All right. So that little package, and look at all that it produced right here. That produced quite a bit. That is quite a bit of bait right there. We're going to change this up. I'm going to try this one instead of garlic tonight. We're definitely going to be using this one as strawberry. Okay. This half pack here may be what I need to do it with. If I need to add more, we will. Okay, we're going to start with this first. Kind of do it step by step. I don't want to overfill it per se. Yeah, no matter what I do, I make a mess. You know? All right. And we're going to put that right there. Folks, the only downside to using this strawberry jello like this is that if you're not careful, even when you're using it when you're fishing, it'll turn your hands red. You can always tell when somebody's been using strawberry bait because their hands will be red indeed. We're going to go ahead and mix this up here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yep, we're probably going to have to go more with that, which I'm okay with because there's some of the meat in there that really needs to be coated. And again, there's a lot of moisture in this meat here, so doing the whole bag may not be a bad idea. We'll just do it all. Get it all in there. Get it all in there. Yes. The essence of strawberries are everywhere. I can smell it like nobody's business. All right, there we go. Let's going to give it that more of a rich red color texture with it, and it's going to really be coated. Really be coated. Let me see here. Is Nightbot still working? I want to make sure that, thank you. Just want to make sure nobody's been messaging and I'm missing it. I don't want to be disrespectful and not see what the messengers are saying. Folks, what is your choice of bait when you're carp fishing or cat fishing? Let me know. Curious. There we go. There we go. Looking pretty good right there, huh? Looking pretty good right there indeed. If you make a baking soda and a vinegar paste and wash hands with it, it helps take. Oh, does it really, Joy? That's good to know that. All right, you know what? Let me see if I can screenshot that one, Joy. I never knew that. Got it. So baking soda and vinegar paste helps draw out the red dyes of the hands. Folks, Joy just shared that with me. And Joy, thank you so much for that. She's saying that if you actually have to if you make a paste of baking soda and vinegar, mix it into a paste, it draws out the red dyes out of your hands. That's good to know that. Joy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Now, it may seem kind of overkill in what I'm doing with all this, but I want to make sure that all the bait is incorporated the way that it should be. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, we're going to downsize those and minimize this, get a lot of that air out of it. That way we can stow it. Again, hot dogs. Probably got a little too much of the mixture in the dry mix in there, but it's okay because again. All right, folks. So right now we have this. Indeed, Drew. I'm making a strawberry feast of all kinds of bait delights for the fish. And hopefully it will be fish candy by the time I'm done with it. All right, folks. So here we have the chicken livers, the chicken hearts, and the gizzards in the strawberry form of fashion of taste. Guaranteed to please any catfish or carp, I hope. All right. Here we have the hot dogs in strawberry jello. Okay. This will guarantee to probably do carp and definitely catfish as a win-win for sure. So there's 2 down and 1 more to go when it comes to the bait. Do you know what though, folks? I want to share something with you real quick. And it's not the first time I've heard this, but my wife is the one who actually told me about this also. And her daddy, I guess, used to do it too. And that's how my wife knew about it. But I know there are a lot of fisher people out there, men and women who fish, that have used this product also. Now, there is a product out there that the product that I'm going to share with you right now, it's an extract made by McCormick, and it's almost like it's called anise. Anise. This is a good stuff. Now, from what I'm told, this product here is a licorice flavor. A licorice flavor. Now, I'm curious to maybe on the next experiment bait trial that I'm going to try to see how this works. One, it does smell like licorice. It really does. Exactly, Drew. Exactly. Oh, yeah. It smells like licorice. But for those of you that are over the age of 21 and above, it also smells like a fine liqueur. It really does. A fine liqueur at that. But I mean, it smells amazing though. Now there is, from what I've been told, licorice, like licorice root extract in a liquid form, or this may be what they're talking about. This stuff smells amazing. Now, I was also told too that this stuff, if you use it on your hands after you've caught your fish and such, and you don't want to smell the fishy smell, which personally doesn't bother me at all. I like the smell of it, but no, actually, Drew, this is not fish bait scent. This is actually used for baking. You can bake cakes with it or whatever the case may be if you want that licorice type flavor, that anise flavor or smell and taste. Yeah, this is actually definitely for baking, but it is also used for fishing bait And you can also use this product here as a to draw the smell out of your hands when you've been handling bait or fish. It draws that smell out, and it smells like licorice versus the bait or fish. Me personally, I could do one of three ways. I really don't care. I like the smell of licorice. I don't like eating it, but I like the smell of it. I am not a licorice fan whatsoever, but I don't mind the smell of it. And I don't mind the smell of anchovies or baits or fish, whatever the case may be. To me, that's just what it's all about. But this stuff works wonders. So, folks, if you've never tried this or you want to try it out, go to your local supermarket in the baking good aisle where you have like your cake mixes and things like that. Yeah, try that off, man. It'll be awesome. Tim, Drew, and chat. Hey, what is going on, Mike? How are you, brother? Mike, to get you caught up, my good man, we are making fish candy tonight, brother. We are making fish candy. I've got beautiful beef hot dogs resonated with the strawberry jam. Jello. Hello. I said jam, didn't I? I guess it could be pretty jamming when they bite it, though. But yeah, man, we are making it up for them tonight. We got these on the Oscar Mayer hot dog weenies. And then the next one that I got going on here, which is another one, this was a different version of what I've used last night. This one will be the gizzards, hearts, and livers of the chicken, also in strawberry. Strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. Okay. Now, just by sitting here looking at this, guys, I can see that the liquid is drawing and is pooling up. It's going to infuse this meat beautifully when it gets done. It's going to fuse it beautifully when it gets done. I'm excited to try that. I really am. Now, this is the one that I'm going to be excited about also. Folks, it doesn't get, it will not be as good as Drew had last night. Yeah, Ferg, I bet they would have. I bet you anything they would have last night. If if I could have gotten out there and it wasn't so chaotic on the water, I bet you anything that those two combinations right there would have slam dunked the fish last night on my end. I really, truly, and I'm going to go with this because I've seen it in time and time before when I fished out there after a busy day of everybody being on the water during the summer months, that the fish become very skittish because of all that activity going on in the water and everything. They did not want to bite, other than the few hits I got last night that wouldn't commit. So I can't fault them for that. I'm okay with that. I kind of understand it in retrospect why, because of all that activity. So, but I will tell you, Drew, I wish I would have had some of these last night, brother. The way you and Major were killing it on yours, whether it was with marshmallows or these. Now, folks, for those of you, if you didn't get a chance to check that live out last night, you really need to go. Drew was using fresh. I mean, you throw in that, it's in your bucket, that fresh shrimp. I got Gulf shrimp here that's frozen as a rock. So, same concept, not fresh, but frozen, but it's shrimp. So we're going to give that a whirl. I picked up this bag here. It's probably, says peeled and deveined. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it was real nice to meet Major last night. Indeed. So this roughly goes for about 31 to 40 cents a pound. So this one I think cost me about $8 or $9. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and try and get these started up with the shrimp. Frozen shrimp with that. I'm going to have to probably do as much as I can just to make sure that it's going to be frozen anyway. So I'm really not too worried about how much of it I use. Oh, check it out. Check it out, Mike. Yeah, there you go. You don't get no better than that, bro. No better than that. Whoa, hello. For being dead shrimp, they sure are pretty active. All right, so with that being said, we're looking at how many pounds here? 1 pound of shrimp. All right, 1 pound of shrimp. Now, I guess I could do the strawberry, but yeah, I would eat that shrimp too, bro, but I would have to definitely cook it. Get out of here. Got a little tiny moth in the house. Must smell the strawberries or shrimp. Now, the secret to the last time when I used shrimp wasn't this. Okay? It was not this. But what it was, you ready for it? You ready for it? All right, here we go. Bam! That was the winning ticket the last time I used the frozen shrimp. This bad boy, along with the shrimp combination is what caught that 12-pound carp the day I was out there on that river. Sweet Baby Ray's sweet barbecue sauce. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Now, who'd ever thought that carp have a palate that they like barbecue shrimp? Yep, they do. They like a palate for anything, but they really were digging the barbecue shrimp big time. So, with that being said, hold this thought. I'm going to try some of this because I love the taste of it. I don't want, here's the thing about me, man. I don't like barbecue sauce on my meats, but I don't mind trying them to taste them. I'm kind of weird like that. I know. I'm kind of weird like that. I do not like barbecue sauce on my meats, whether it's chicken, beef, burgers, whatever. I'm not that guy. My son basically had ruined it for me when it comes to barbecue sauce. And I don't mean it in a bad way because my son, in my opinion, makes the most amazing burgers ever. I mean, if you've had one of his burgers, you don't need to go to a restaurant. You know, In-N-Out is like one of my favorites. They really are. And there's a place up in Seligman that we go to when we go up to the property, which makes the most amazing the Hatch green chili burgers. They're freaking bomb diggity for sure. But my son can make the most amazing hamburgers, and he uses a dry rub on his meat. He can use it on ribs. You name it, he dry rubs it. And ever since then, I've gotten spoiled on it. I cannot eat barbecue sauce on my meats. Let's see here. What is Drew? Drew says this. I got a Shimano GTR reel with that rod. It's small but feels solid and smooth as butter. I'm going to go with smooth as silk or smooth as butter. Hey, Drew, you know what? That's an awesome, awesome rod. Is that a medium to light or an ultralight, Drew? I'm curious. Real curious about that. All right, folks. The sauce is the boss. Well, got to admit, it is good for carp. So let's give it a whirl on my end and see what I think about it. The sauce is the boss. Come on. And that's some thick stuff. Now we'll go a little more. Why not? Okay. What do you think? Shall we try it? Give it a whirl? All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, man, that's sweet. Woo! It's got a little bit of spice to it, but it is sweet. It says it's a light medium on it. All right. Hey, Drew, those are phenomenal rods and reels for sensitivity. Phenomenal rods and reels. Let me guess. Does it say you can use up to a 12-pound line on it, 12 to 15? I'm curious because I know most medium to lights can go either 12 to 15 pound on your line on that. Ooh, that's some good stuff right there, brothers and sisters. Good stuff. All right. Frozen shrimp, barbecue sauce. Now with these, I probably will be generally a little more heavy-handed with it because the fact is this, is I want to make sure that these shrimp are going to be coated. Coated indeed. All right, we'll stop there. So you do have, okay, so 4 to 10 kilograms. I'm not familiar with the kilogram aspects of it, so I'm assuming that it may be, if you had to put it in normal terms, as I call it, probably between 10 and 12 pounds potentially. Oh, you Richard, your mom makes shrimp? Shrimp is actually very good. Very good. When we go on fishing next, my friend, hopefully soon. Ethan, hopefully soon. So I'm going to leave this up here a little bit because I want to make sure that we get these all nice and beautified in there. I'm probably end up going to be doing a little bit more on that because of the fact is that I want to make sure it's all caked in there. Caked in there. Is it potentially overkill if you want to use more barbecue sauce? Yeah, probably, but I don't see a problem with it. So, Drew, like I said, not real familiar with the metric on that number, but I have a feeling it could be anywhere between potentially 12 to 15 pound line. All right, we added more. Here, let me get another paper towel. We added more. Whew. Man, I still got that barbecue sauce in my mouth. Whew. All right. Get it going, get it going, get it going. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, folks, this is what the shrimp's going to look like right there. Now, deliciousness is in the bag for the shrimp. I mean, it is frozen shrimp, decent sized jumbo shrimp for the most part, just coated beyond belief with barbecue sauce. See if I can get some of that down, get it to lower to the bag. You know how you squeeze that down like that, get it lower to the bag? See if we can do that with this. Let some of that air out. Tony says some batter deep fry with oil. Yeah, I got you. I do like deep fried for sure, though. Ethan says, did you end up catching anything last night? No, Ethan, unfortunately, I did not. It was pretty slow on my end, brother. But it's okay. You know what? Sometimes it happens that way. I don't get too upset or angry about it because, again, it was still a wonderful evening being out there. Hey, War Thunder, how are you? Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. You also. All right. So, folks, that's pretty much what we're looking at right here. We are looking at the hot dogs. We're looking at the chicken hearts and gizzards and livers and all the above. And we are also doing well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And the frozen shrimp combo. And guess what? I didn't even use the secondary pack of Jell-O. So with that being said, that was a pretty quick, easy way to do this. What I might do is put these in the refrigerator momentarily until I'm ready to freeze them so I can come back and have some quality time with the crew tonight here on the channel. So give me just a second to walk away and we'll kind of go that route and we'll sit and chat if you guys are okay with that. Appreciate you allowing me to come into your home tonight doing a live and sharing with you what we got going on. So give me a second to put these in the fridge and get them chilled because I don't want them to get warm. Do not want them to get warmed. That can go there for right now. And these can go there right now. There we go. Excellent. Yep, that can go right there right now. Folks, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the prices of some of the stuff that we're going to use that when we want to create bait and stuff like that, some of the prices have gone up. It's like, gosh, I remember when these were what, 40 cents a piece for a large box of Jell-O? They're like $1.97 now. I can't believe how much they are. I mean, for me to go out and get hot dogs that I would like to use normally, it's like what, $5 for a 8-pack of hot dogs? That's insane. Unfortunately, things are going up in price no matter what. So they are going up as we speak. See here, Drew says, is that your Berkley rod behind you? Drew, very, what's the word I want to use? You have a keen eye, my brother. It is indeed. It is indeed my Berkley rod. That's the one that I had using last night. That one and the actual Shakespeare Tiger, the white one. And also I brought the, what other one did I bring? I think it was another, I think all I had, the only rod that wasn't Shakespeare last night was this one here. This one here. Let's see. I've got a little light here. Maybe I can actually share this with you on what reel looks like. I may have shown it before. You know what, man? I think I need to clean this up a little bit. This rod is getting kind of dirty. Now, the reel that I was talking about last time I saw you guys, you got a chance to see it here. Oh, Shakespeare rods are amazing. They're like one of my favorite rods of all. I have more of those than I do anything. Now, the company that makes this rod, or the reel, I should say, I'm not going to try and destroy the name, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. This, I believe, is what's known as a bait runner reel setup. The nice thing about this unit here is, Drew, it is amazing. Now, I bought this on Amazon for like $40, believe it or not. They come in three sizes. They come in a size smaller for like how do I want to put it? I guess you could potentially say an ultralight to medium rod, a reel, I should say, and then a medium to heavy reel, which probably, yeah, you could probably get away with the initial one. This one here technically is a medium to heavy reel that I'm using on this one here. And then they have the one for the big boys, which is a heavy reel for almost like ocean fishing. As far as the dynamics of it, I don't know how well that they do with the salt water because again, there's a lot of components in here that are metal made that could be corrosive sensitive. So the nylon that I'm using on this one here, Drew, that is a very good question. Folks, Drew wants to know what nylon I'm using on this one. This is a monofilament and it's almost a 30-pound line. This is almost a 30-pound line. Now, the nice thing I like about this reel set here is that one, your drag system is up here. You have the ability of adjusting the drag up here. But when you get that out there and you actually set that and you like you saw me doing last night when I was casting, then you saw me setting this lever here. As I set it, I was setting it downward. Now, if I set it down, it's going to release it and the line's going to go. But as I'm pushing it down like this per se, what it does is it allows the reel to, in the event that there's a bite that does go on the pole, okay, what it does is it allows the reel to, it allows the fish to take that hook with the bait without any resistance. Now, it's a known fact that if fish feel any kind of resistance on the bite that they're taking, they're going to immediately potentially spit it out. So, with that being said, that gives you the ability and the opportunity to set that hook without any issues or being on that weight on there as far as the tension on the line. Hey, Munchie, how are you? Wow. You're not feeling good? Oh, my brother, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Munchie. I know that I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Wow. Munchie, I'm so sorry to hear that, brother. Folks, one of my followers I have not seen in here for a while is finally on tonight. It's so good to see him on here, but unfortunately he's not feeling well. So if we could just keep him in our prayers tonight, man, I appreciate that. Munchie's a good guy, man. I want nothing but the best for him. Um, so anyway, as I was saying, Drew, the nice thing about that is that when the fish goes to bite the bait on that hook, they're not going to feel any resistance and they're going to run with it. Well, as when they're running, you can hear the reel just spinning out line as it's taking off. At that point, you can take the handle of that reel and you can either set it that direction and then engage that secondary drag to where it shuts down and you can reel in, or you can manually do it. So it is a phenomenal fishing reel. I love that thing. Let's see here. Memory of Fisherman says Shakespeare, Ugly Stick, and Zebco rods are great rods. No need to spend money on exactly. You know what? You're absolutely right, Memory of Fisherman. You're absolutely right. I think the very first rod that I ever bought was like maybe about a $15 rod, and that was a combo set. And that was again, it was a Shakespeare rod when I very first started getting into fishing years ago. Um, a lot has changed with rods and reels. I mean, you're getting more into the high tech composites and the materials that they're using. I mean, even the ultralight rods now, they're so strong and so durable that you could literally, I won't say you can catch giant fish on them, but you can finesse some really big fish on those types of rods like that. My friend Jim, who I fish quite a bit with when we're out here at the marina area, he is really big into lure fishing and jig fishing, and he goes on, even on his longer 7-foot poles and things like that. He uses almost like literally an ultralight rod and reel on it because he loves the sensitivity and the fight of the fish, which it's incredible, hands down. Once you've learned how to develop that technique, it's definitely an incredible way of going. So me, I'm still learning a lot. I know what works for me. And the nice thing about it is fishing is ever growing and it's ever learning. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I learned from Jim. I learned from each one of you guys. So you know how it is. Yeah, he likes some. He likes the 7-foot, the 7-foot fishing falls because again, it gives it the ability of whipping that lure out there farther. Oh, Joy, thank you. I didn't realize it was a derogatory comment. I do apologize, folks. Folks, do me a favor. Let's keep our channel clean here because we do have children who do watch this channel. Okay, my grandkids watch it also. So please, let's keep it on topic. Let's keep it focused, and let's keep it clean. I appreciate that because you will be bounced out of here by the moderators if you are not willing to comply. Love to have you on here, but we don't want to play like that. Sorry, just got a phone call. I missed you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Versus. Much appreciate that. Means a lot. Oh yeah. Yep, I do. Um, Ferg, I'm sorry. Um, Drew, I think we were talking about the poll, the actual reeling on that. So again, if you have an opportunity, um, go online and look, check out Amazon, Drew. If you're interested in that type of reel, go on Amazon and check out and see what you can find and locate for real your bait runners on your bait runners reels. Those things are amazing. The very first time I literally, like I said, the very first time I ever saw one of those bait runner reels like that being used was actually I went fishing in Havasu, and there was a gentleman out there who was using it, the same color and everything that I had, and he was catching carp on it. I was amazed by it. Like, are you seriously kidding me? It's that easy? Yeah, it's amazing how that works. So yeah, check it out. I believe it's called a bait runner, Drew. I believe that's what they call them. Yeah, they are. They're great. Those long rods are great, especially if you're doing ocean fishing. The thing with those though, also, you have to realize though that you have to get your reels for those have to be almost indestructible when it comes to the ocean because that salt water will destroy those reels and potentially those parts on the rod quickly because of that salt. So yeah, definitely. And I know they make some really good salt water reels out there, but boy, they can be pricey. They can be pricey. Just call you Saul? All right, buddy. You got it. Bakersfield Farm, how are you? I always love my Shimano open face. Indeed. Shimano open faces are great. They're great. Absolutely. And I try to share with everybody, you do not need to break the bank to buy expensive high dollar fishing gear. Me personally, no. I mean, if it's a really good deal and I know it's a good deal and it might cost a little bit more, I might buy the type of a combo rod or reel set that I want. I'm not opposed to spending $100 to $200 on one, but it better be the bells, whistles, lights, and everything for that price because I can get the same effect of fishing with a $40 one or a $60 one. So, well, I'm glad to hear that, Bakersfield. Glad to hear that. Glad you joined the channel, man. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. Appreciate you being here tonight. We were actually making bait. Sorry you didn't get a chance to get here early on it, but if you get an opportunity, watch the live when we're done. You can go back and see what we made tonight. Let's see here. Saul says, live bait and lures. I prefer live bait. I'm kind of more of a bait caster, bait fisherman. I'm not opposed to lures or jigs. I'm not. I need to get more comfortable with them. I haven't had a lot of time with them. I'm starting to now that the boat is finally up and officially running. I went and picked up the first battery that I needed today. Whoop whoop! I'm excited about that. I want to get that on the water as quick as we can. Maybe not tomorrow, but potentially, hopefully next weekend. We're looking at getting out there. That's a great deal. It is a very good deal. Let's see here. Baker's Farm says I got a $300 Shimano reel for $100. You had scored jackpot on that one. If you're able to get it for that price, you scored jackpot on that one, Bakersfield. That is awesome. You know what? You're gonna enjoy that. Not quite sure what type of rod reel it is other than Shimano, but you're gonna enjoy the daylights out of that thing. You know it. See, I prefer shad, creek chubs, or shiners. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We have out here what the shad that we have in my area is thread shad. I believe Lake Mead has one other type, and I can't remember the name of it. It draws a blank. There are two types of shads that I know that we have in our area, but the most common one in the lakes that we fish are the thread shads. Creek chubs or shiners. You use them out there where you're at too, Bakersfield? Nice. Oh, you're in Ohio. Oh, I thought you were in Bakersfield. Okay. So I'm curious, how did you get the names Bakersfield Farms? That's a cool name. I like that. Let's see here. Soy says, are you living near any coastal areas or do you only freshwater? I only freshwater, Soy. I am not real good with saltwater. I do not do well on the waves because I tend to get really nauseated and sick. It doesn't matter if I use the patch or the bracelets, whatever the case may be. No. Years ago, I took a trip over to Catalina from the California West Coast area, and I was sicker than a dog. Not that guy. The last time I did fish ocean fish though was on the Atlantic Ocean, about 4 miles out off the coast. I did catch two gray sharks about 5 or 6 feet long, and that was the only time I've ever went ocean fishing, deep sea fishing per se. Can't do it no more. Let's see here, Bakersfield. My last name and I got oh, so my last name and I got an acre behind the house. Laugh out loud. I grow, breed cannabis, heirloom vegetables. All right, hey, I respect that. Very cool, very cool, nice. See, Soy says, what about just fishing off wall or docks? We don't have. If you're doing fresh water, I do fish off the backside of the dam a lot of times where the jetties are, where the rocks are. I do fish there. We do have a lot of areas in our area here where we can fish designated fishing areas or fishing off the bank. When I'm not in my boat, I do a lot of bank fishing or kayak fishing. Hey, Ash Mama, how are you? Glad to have you joining tonight. Appreciate that. How's it been going? It's been going wonderful. How you been doing? How you been doing? Now, Ash Mama Go. I'm going to ask because I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right individual. Are you Mrs. Chaos Goat by chance? I just want to make sure I got the right person because I know a lot of times I've mistaken people with the same name almost, but yet they weren't the same individuals. I just want to make sure I'm addressing the correct one. Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I got a chance to chime in on Chaos's live earlier today. I spoke to him a couple times, but he was preoccupied in getting some things taken care of when he was ice fishing. How did he do by chance? Did he do pretty good? So Bakersfield says my last name is it is Baker. Okay, and okay, now I got that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, thank you, Bakersfield. I appreciate that. Okay, bro. Here is the most important question, bro. Do you allow beer in? No, I do not. Nope, do not. If I'm operating a vessel, I will not drink. That's a major no-no for me. Well, thank you, whoever sent that 100. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the another 100. I'm not sure who sending it, but I do appreciate. Oh, hey, Bakersfield. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate that. That's fair enough, mate. Yeah, I when it comes to operating a watercraft like that, I do not take chances because one, it's either me or my family or friends or even my grandkids. I'm not going to do that. Thank you so much again, Bakers. Let's see. Ash Mama Goat says he caught 5 bass, but his buddy caught a bunch. He said he couldn't keep up the count of how many. Wow, they were catching. Holy cow. That's amazing. Well, you know what? Do me a favor, Miss Mama Goat. Tell Chaos, give him a big high five for me, man. Appreciate that. And thanks for letting me know. Bakersfield, thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate that so much, man. I appreciate anything that you wonderful folks would love to help out with. Appreciate that. I'm so grateful. I always tell you folks here on the channel, man, I'm very transparent. Whatever you guys help me with, it goes back into the channel for supplies, gear, boat, whatever the case may be, man. I keep it in the channel. That's where I like to have it. And I appreciate that so much, guys. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. All righty. Hey, Survival Empire, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and join the channel, man. We're just talking. Hey, got a happy poop. All right. Nice. Happy poop indeed. Cedric, how are you? Glad to have you back. What type of fish do I like to catch? I'll be honest with you. I am not a respecter of just any one. I have my favorites that I do like, but overall, though, I think any kind of fish that's willing to bite that hook and take the bait, I'm a big fan of it. Here's the thing. I love the fight of it. I love the fight of a fish. I love the fight and the challenge of being able to bring it in. Hey, Renando, how are you? Glad to have you here. Is it hot there yet this evening? Yes. Mrs. Goat, it is very hot. I think we topped out 105 today. Oh, hang on. I saw something about nymph insect. That must be power bait. Memory of Fisherman says, watch out in May, though. August, those mayflies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Indeed. You're absolutely right on that line. Yeah, it's pretty warm. I mean, and honestly, Mrs. Chaos, that's mild for us. It'll get warmer, I promise. Are you going to be in Arizona in 2 weeks? Rational reviews. Oh, awesome. Okay. What part? Excuse me, if you don't mind me asking, what part? Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say it's more like a precursor for that. You see, I hate eating fish, but Fishing isn't that bad. It can be boring, quick. You know what? And I think so. I'm assuming you're probably younger in age. When you start to get my age, and this is just me personally speaking, when I was younger, I could be very impatient. I really could. But fishing has taught me immensely on how to calm down and just chill out and relax. This here, Ash Mama Goat says, "Oh yeah, my parents are out in Nevada." Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It was 82 yesterday evening at like around. Yep, yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, all right. Well, then you're still. I mean, no disrespect, Soy, but you're still pretty young. I remember when I was 35 years old, I was just go, 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 go too. So I remember that. You see, I went fishing today and a little bit and caught one fish. Oh, there you go. Hey, one is better than none, man. You didn't get skunked. If you didn't get skunked, then that was definitely a good day for sure. Oh, you're gonna be in Tempe. Okay, so that's a little ways from me, but I know where it's at. Awesome. Awesome. Man, it's good to see Nightbot is actually finally working. So want to see my rod? A huge shout out to you, brother, and SoCal for giving me direction to go to him to get mine all set up. Let's see here. So it says old blokes fish better than young blokes. Ah, you know what? Okay, maybe sometimes. I like to think that we do, but the reality is there are a lot of really good young fishermen out there, man, that could just blow me out of the water. You got your personal best today? Nice. What'd you end up catching, Jackson? Nice. Congratulations on your PB today, brother. Hiking and rest. Oh, you're gonna be out. You're gonna be doing that, eh? Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, so we're at that stage right now where it's almost that awkward stage where our bass are probably still in their pre-spawn movement right now, and we'll eventually be going to spawning if they're not already doing it. A buddy of mine, Jim, actually was out at the marina today, and he was actually catching a couple of bass out there. Fishing is 90% knowledge, 1% skill, and yeah, I kind of have to agree with that one, Soy. I kind of have to agree with that. I don't normally, I don't try to put too much emphasis, but that's pretty accurate. You got to know a lot about how you almost have to think how a fish would want to think before you can understand them. And sometimes it can be very tricky in how they think. Just when you think you got it figured out, you don't. They come up with totally new and different. But it's okay. It keeps us on our toes, right? It always challenges us to do more and more and better and better. Hey, Jim, good evening. How are you? Glad you could make the channel tonight, my friend. Jim, I was just talking about you, buddy, how you caught a couple of nice, decent bass this morning over there at the marina area. Hey, Bunchy, if you're still on, my buddy, I just want to let you know, man, I will definitely keep in my prayers, my friend, okay? I'm sorry that you're feeling well. Ah, good deal, man. Glad to hear that, Jim. Yeah, so again, fish, they can tend to outsmart a lot of what we do. The funny thing about it is, you caught it on a Ned rig, Jim? Wow. All right. Folks, my friend Jim, who I'm talking to, you're not seeing any of the comments on the live because he's actually watching the live right now, but he's actually texting me on my phone. You got them both on the net. Nice, nice. See, bad fishermen fish with nets, ban Bennett fishing. Well, out here where we live, you can use nets for bait catching only. If you catch a fish in them, you've got to release it. You've got to release it. Yeah, Tony, thank you so much, man. I 100% agree. Munchie, I hope you feel better soon, my friend. I really, really do, man. Hey, Munchie, I miss seeing you on the channel, buddy. I know you can tune in when you can. So please don't feel obligated, but man, I love having you come on. I love talking with you, my friend. Yeah. Hey, Jim. I Drew. Jim says thank you. Chair back to you, buddy. Vision XLR. Vision XRL. How are you? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being on here tonight. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Give me a second, folks. I need to grab something. I'll be right back. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Appreciate that. Yeah. So again, out here in Arizona, you cannot use netting to catch fish at all. It is highly, highly, highly illegal. Don't get caught doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chevy, how are you? Chevy 5 Speed is in the house. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, it is highly illegal. You can get in trouble if you're actually on there doing that kind. It is highly illegal. Now you can catch bait fish with it for sure, but the reality is that if you get fish in that net, you have to go ahead and respond that back and dispatch or put it back out into the water. Only thing you're allowed to keep on that is fish that you catch. Not doing too bad tonight. Very good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, out here, some of the rules that we're allowed to use out here, I shouldn't say rules, but some of the things that the state of Arizona does allow us to do out here when it comes to fishing our areas is one, we can use bait fish, live bait fish, which you can use your shad. You can put the hook through the nose if you want. That's probably the best way to do it, a smaller hook size hook. Two, you can use bluegill, which I think the best way that I've seen done and it makes sense to me, is to put it through the back dorsal fin area, just behind the dorsal fin. That's still live. You can legally use that. That's allowable. And if you're using carp, you can use carp as cut bait. That is legally allowed. And another thing I think, which is pretty awesome for Arizona State, is we are allowed to legally chum our waters out here, whether it's corn or whatever the case may be. We are allowed to chum our water here. I know certain states do not allow that. That's highly restrictive. The state that I lived in before was very heavy into laws and regulations. I'll tell you, I don't even know how it was. I don't even know how we were able to fish half the time. Hey, Texas River Cats in the house. Thanks for joining, my friend. How are you? Glad to have you on board this evening. Yeah, the state that I lived in before, it was difficult. I mean, it just, and now I'm talking to a buddy of mine that lives out there. He's saying now that they are, a lot of your community parks are out there now that are ran like that. They're shutting their doors at 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., they're kicking everybody out. So you can't fish out there no more. It's sad because it's like, I get it, but on the same token, I don't understand that because you should be allowed to fish like that. If you're not causing any kind of ruckus or doing any damage to the property, you're just out there fishing, that should be allowed. And the taxes and the prices of all the fishing out in that area are actually getting more and more expensive from what I'm seeing that I've been hearing too. What are the main river systems in Arizona? I thought it was just desert. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry, that's a very good question. Soy wants to know what type of water, what kind of river systems we have. Well, the main one that runs through the area where I'm living at right now is the beautiful, and I do mean the beautiful Colorado River. That Colorado River probably runs close to 1,500 miles, if not more. It's just a huge, huge river. And we have many lakes that actually, hang on a second. I don't think you can use live bluegill on Lake Mojave. Oh, no kidding? Because I thought I've seen them doing them on Lake Havasu. Okay, Jim, thanks for letting me know that because I think I've seen them do it on Lake Havasu. I'll have to research that then because I thought it was allowed because I've seen them doing it in Havasu. Arizona sure does look like a nice place to live. Actually, Drew, it's beautiful out here. It's gorgeous out here. If you don't mind the heat during the summertime, which I mean, in all reality, it's not. The good thing about our heat, it's a dry heat. That's what makes it nice. There's no humidity. So again, back to your question though, so I don't want to ignore you. You can cut. Oh, you can. Oh, so it is cut. Okay, use as cut bait then. Well, then I need to find out because I know I've seen people use it on as live bait. They put the hook behind the dorsal fin. So I need to check that out then. I need to find out more about it because I've seen them do it. That's why I thought it was legal. So as far as our water systems out here, we have the main Colorado River. We do have Lake Mojave, which pairs and ties into Lake Mead. We do have Paradise Lake, I believe, which is over there by the Phoenix area, which is another decent sized lake. Yeah, and we have also the Salt River, which is about maybe a few hours away or so from me. And yeah, we have quite a bit of locate. We have quite a bit of places out here to fish out here. So as long as soul is in soul, you should. Hang on a second, Joy. Am I missing something here? Oh, it's called soul as in soul. Oh my gosh, soul. I am so sorry. I do apologize. So it's soul. All right. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. I do apologize, Soul. I mean no disrespect. I promise I don't. But thank you for clarifying that, Joy, and thank you for confirming that, Soul. I do appreciate that. I'm not about destroying people's names. I don't want to do that. That's just not cool. But yeah, so we have quite a bit of waterways to actually fish from. Not so much ponds because there are a lot of areas out here to fish. The area where I'm at, you can use boats, you can use kayaks, you can use probably inflatable kayaks if you want. Um, yeah, bank fish, you got it all. People even fish off their sea-doos out here. Yep, I've seen it done. You can do that even out here. They can fish off the pontoons. To me, a pontoon's a great way to fish though, because you got such a big platform, even like a 25 or a 28-foot platform. It's amazing. Let's see. Ash Mama Goat says a little bit of Lake Mead is also on the Arizona side. Yep, I am currently remembering. Yep, you are correct on that one, Ash Mama Goat. You are correct on that one. That's a good memory right there. Yeah, exactly right. So again, there are tons of places to fish, tons of places to fish out here. Mudcat Lotus in the house. How are you, my friend? Glad to have you here. Glad you could join us. Man, I see all kinds of people I haven't seen in a while. Good night. Saul says, I've seen guys fishing on jet boats before here in Sydney, Australia. Oh, Saul, well, I thank you for letting me know. Hey, we've got Saul in from Sydney, Australia. Welcome to the channel tonight, my friend. Glad to have you on board. Glad to have you on board. I love meeting people from other countries. Indeed. Brother, come to Australia to fish. Hey, if I was rich, I would definitely go there. I'd go where you live, Saul. I'd go where Drew lives. Absolutely, I would love to. If I had the money to do it, I would love to do it. Northern Fishing and Outdoors, how are you? Welcome to the channel tonight. Let's see. Ash Mama says this. My dad actually used to work at one of the Marines on Lake Mead before the part. Oh yeah. You know what? You know what, Mama Goat? That is it. They're having a hard time right now. It's so sad to see that lake actually drying up the way that it is. That water level has just dropped dramatically, and I do mean dramatically in the last 5 to 10 years, if not even sooner. There is one channel that my wife and I follow on YouTube, and it's called Sin City Outdoors. Folks, if you've not heard of Sin City Outdoors, I highly recommend that you check their channel out. They don't do lives. Adrian Senior and Junior have been doing YouTube for about 10 years, and they're really good at what they do. They do not do lives, and yeah, but their video and their videography and stuff is amazing. So check out their channel, Sin City Outdoors, and tell them Arizona Outdoors 64 sent you. I talk to them. I talk to them off and on every so often. Not as much as I'd like to, but yeah. So tell them that Arizona Outdoors from sent you. Arizona Outdoors 64. So let's see here. Soul says not much fishing here in Blacktown, bro, but we're close to rivers and estuaries and beaches. Oh, okay, so you do have locations out there you can fish then, Soul. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Now, Saul, you guys have kind of off topic a little bit, but if you can answer a question for me, you guys have those jellyfish that are pretty dangerous out there. What do they call those things? I keep wanting to say purple or box or something like that. I don't remember, but I know you guys got jellyfish out along your coastways out there on the beaches that are pretty dangerous. So, oh, they okay. So I was right. They are box jellyfish then. Okay, yeah, they're pretty dangerous from right here, man. The type of jellyfish that we have in the States here, not a fan of them. They're cool to look at. I don't want to be near them because I've actually been stung by them. They are painful. They are painful. And not to be disrespectful or rude or crude, but uh, the best way at the time that you get stung is if you have the ability of relieving yourself on them per se, if you know what I mean, relieving yourself, it helps take the sting and burnout. But there ain't enough in the body for that to go away. I'm sure there's ways that they can make up solutions for it, but yeah, no, not a fan of them. They hurt. They hurt big time. See, Soul says they're more up north near Northern Territory and Northern Queensland. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Got you. Yeah, you know, Australia is beautiful though. How far are you from Christchurch, Soul? Yeah, so like I said, I've gotten stung by jellyfish before. I'm not a fan of them. No, 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 no. Not a fan of it. That's probably another reason why I don't like going ocean fishing. The fishing on ocean water, I'm sure, is amazing as all get up, and the spectrum of variety of species I'm fishing are just beyond the moon and back. But yeah, I'm not that guy. I'll deal with the freshwater monsters that we have. That's in New Zealand. Oh, you know what? Thank you. That would be Drew then. Drew, how far are you from Christchurch? South NZ Zone South. Okay, gotcha. New Zealand, South Island. Okay. Whew. I think I need to go back to school, learn my geography again. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time since I've been out of school. Whew. Hey, I can admit it though. I can admit I can forget. See, Christchurch is south of the island, New Zealand. I'm on the. Okay, I got you. Thank you, Sol and Drew. Thank you for clarifying that. You have a great evening. Stay cool in the heat. I'll try to catch you next time. Well, I appreciate that, Ashley, Mama Goat. Thank you so much, and tell Chaos Goat hi for me. Hey, guys, be safe out there where you're at. All right. Appreciate you stopping in and joining the channel. Always a pleasure. See, I'm working with a guy from Christchurch. I'm planning on hosting their. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Oh, so it's pretty far from you, huh, Drew? Okay, no worries. Folks, let me do a quick recap real quick. For those of you just joining the channel in the last 5 to 10 minutes or so, thanks for joining. I want to say thank you so much. Appreciate that, your dedication and your interaction with me. We were making, as I like to call it, candy, fish candy tonight. Made 3 different types of bait for targeting fish such as catfish, carp, maybe even striper if they are feeling so inclined to eat it. So again, if you get an opportunity to go back and check out this live once it's over, and go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you could. I can appreciate the support and the views on it because I'm trying to get my hours watched up. Just so you also know too, I'm just a little over, I believe, 700 hours I need to have watched. Folks, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm trying so hard to reach that 4,000 hour mark. I do have playlists out, which I'm going to be adding more of my video content lives too. I know that a lot of you cannot watch them all through and through, and I appreciate that. But maybe if you have the ability of just letting them run, you don't have to necessarily watch them, but letting them run, that would be grateful. I would love to get my watch hours built up so I can hit that 4,000 hour mark. I appreciate that. All right. Again, as always, thank you guys so much for your support. Couldn't do this channel without you guys. I mean, you guys are the main reason why my channel is successful. And I just want to give you, each and every one of you, a huge shout out for helping me out. Let's see here. Bay at Plenty. Let's see here. Bay at Plenty of beautiful. That must be your guys' area there, Soul, huh? Nice. Let's see here. I'm more here. I'm more here. You're a good chat. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Folks, I truly believe that, in all honesty, that unfortunately I have what I call the gift of gab. Not that it's a bad thing, but my thing is this: if you folks are willing to spend your time to watch my channel and watch my lives and stuff, I need to engage with you guys. I mean, I need to make it personal for each and every one of you that I can, because I can't, I wouldn't, my channel would not be successful without you guys. I mean, I'm just being legitimately honest with it. My channel would not be successful if it wasn't for you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I love to fish, no doubt, and I love to get excited and get all up in there. But I'm on the same token, I'm all about sharing it with each and every one of you guys too. Oh, no problem, Drew. You bet. Barbie's over right now. She's over at my grandchild, my grandkids' house. Mom and Dad wanted a date night tonight, so my wife went over to watch the grandbabies. So she might be watching. You never know. She hasn't popped on yet, so she might be preoccupied. Yeah, yeah. She's watching grandbabies tonight. I told her I wanted to stay home, that I had to make some bait up, so I didn't want to. I had the opportunity to take some downtime to get some bait made up. So, but yeah, I'll let her know, Drew. Absolutely. Yeah, she's a great nana. She's one of the best, man. I am so fortunate to have a wife like her. My wife, she's amazing. And I'm not being partial because it's my wife, but the reality is my wife is amazing. I think all wives are amazing, but my wife's really amazing because the fact is that she hunts and she fishes. My wife is actually the one who got me back and got me into hunting and fishing. As a young boy, my grandmother was a deer hunter, but unfortunately, I did not live around family who did do the hunting. And my grandmother was a hunter before I was even born. I just recently found out, maybe in the last 25 years or so, that she was a deer hunter, and I never knew that. She used to hunt upstate New York, so I kind of understand where I got the gene for it. But it was my wife and her family who actually really got me back into the sport, or got me into the sport, I should say, of fishing and hunting. And I've never looked back since. Never looked back since. I've been with my wife, what, 35 years now, I believe, maybe a little longer. But yeah, since I moved to Arizona, though, it's been different here because I'm still learning a lot of the hunting rules that they have out here. But man, I've been just really going straight, going full bore on the fishing as much as I can, as much as I can. Now, I just learned something recently today too that we have the razorback chub, the oh gosh, I just saw it. There's a tiny bone chub. Oh, the sucker chub. Those are two different types of fish that we have here that are somewhat endangered list. You can catch them, but you cannot keep them. You have to release them immediately. It's actually a huge, huge violation if you keep them. Do I bow shoot or rifle? I do both actually. And what do you hunt for mostly? When I was hunting back in the day, my number one was actually upland game and waterfowl. Waterfowl. Thank you, Joy. I don't know what was said, but thank you. Um, I am an avid duck hunter. Everything about waterfowl I love, and I love upland. I've hunted pheasant, quail, um, dove, turkey, ducks. Yeah, I've done it all, my friend. I love it all. I've tried my hand at deer hunting. Um, it's complicated. I've spotted a lot of deer, but never been actually get able to get on one. Yes. So absolutely. It's food on the table. The good Lord has blessed us with the ability to hunt. It's food on the table. If I can get it from the field where I know it's coming from and where it's about and what it's about, to me, it's fresher, it's better. I'm loving it. I know where it came from. I know where my animals come from. I mean, I'm nothing against store bought meats, but the reality is we don't always know what they're about, right? But fishing and the meat that we kill from the field, we know where they come from. Um, I actually got into duck hunting probably about 12, 15 years ago. Now, for those of you who remember, there used to be a television show out on TV, more on the outdoor channels than anything called Duck Commander with Phil Robertson and the Robertson boys. I've always had an interest in duck hunting, and when I finally got the channel, do I use dogs? No, unfortunately, I do not. Kind of a sad story with that one. Many years ago, I was actually getting ready to train a black lab to become a duck water dog, and it was a pup, and his name was Winston, and he unfortunately was let out of the yard, and he was hit by a car. So, well, thank you, Drew. I appreciate that, man. Got him at Wally World and the hats too. So yeah, it's kind of a I have a hard time with animals now. I just if I can do it, I do it. Well, I appreciate that, soul. I actually I had a cat that was a rescue when she was a kitten, and she was with me for 21 years of her life, and I had to put her down almost 3 years ago, and that hurt pretty bad too. So I don't have any more pets. It hurts too much. Bryson, how are you? Glad to have you back on, brother. Arizona hot right now. Summer came early. Oh, it did. It did. So Cal was telling me it was hotter than crazy out there last couple of days too. It's been getting warm out here. Have you got many feral pigs and hogs? We have not necessarily feral pigs. We may have them out here, but the majority of the pigs that we have out here are called javelina, and we have a ton of them everywhere. Out here where I go off roading in the deserts where we live in our basically our neighborhood per se, we actually have bighorn sheep out here. When my wife and I and my family were out off roading, out taking the desert trails and stuff out there, we see bighorn sheep out here. We see donkeys. We see coyotes. Um, Gosh, we see deer. We see everything out here. So there's a lot of things out here that we get to see, and we even see javelina. Definitely javelina. Out here, though, the hunting regs out here for hunting anything like that, everything's a almost like a draw. The only thing that is not a draw, yes, they are. Well, I would probably say potentially yes, they are. They potentially native to Arizona, but are they? Is this the only state that has them? Probably not. Now, where they originally came from, I don't know. I don't want to say Arizona because I could be inaccurate on that, but I know that we have quite a bit. Game and Fish Rag, page 6 and 9. Jim, you're amazing. Jim is amazing. He is on it. Jim is like my go-to if I have any questions about fishing, hunting, anything. He spends all the time that he can researching and learning. That's why I love that guy so much, man. Jim, you're amazing. Appreciate you, buddy. I really do. Um, but yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm hoping to do, I don't try, I probably do say it quite a bit, but I probably shouldn't say it so much as, but with deer season or hunting season potentially coming up this year for 2026, I definitely want to go back into it and see what I can do as far as scouting and stuff like that out there. Let's see here. Texas has wild boars. They do, Drew. They have a lot of wild boars. Indeed, they do. Javelinas are considered a rodent out here in Arizona, Jim? What? Wow. That's an awful big rodent. Man. Folks, Jim just told me that javelina are considered rodents out here. Man, them are some big rodents because those things get huge. Holy cow. Now, the thing about javelinas that I heard, though, they smell foul. They smell foul. People do eat them. You definitely want to treat that meat the best way possible when it comes to cooking it and marinating it, because from what I understand, the meat is foul. They stink. So I don't. Would I try it? Yes, I would, just to say I've done it. Would I hunt it? Absolutely. Um, I would try the meat. If I didn't like it, I'd probably have to give it away. Everywhere they do put them. So they're okay. So they are pretty much everywhere then. Okay, appreciate that, Jim. Thank you. Now I know Texas has got some major wild boars out there, man. They do a lot of destruction to the property and the vegetation. They do a lot of destruction out there, especially those warthog styles. They can really be dangerous, man. If you're going wild boar hunting, man, you better definitely have a sidearm on you on top of whatever you're using, because man, they got their heads like armor, man. It takes a couple of shots to put those babies down unless you get the right shot at the right caliber. So, man, a lot of good questions tonight, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys engaging. It means a lot. Jim, thank you for the updates, man. I appreciate that also, man. It's amazing. Soul says, all this talk about fishing, hunting, I just had to organize a day out with dad next week. Hey, there you go, man. That's what I'm talking about, Soul. Getting it out there and getting it done. You know what, folks? This is, and not to get too deep or philosophical, I'm not going to do it, but I'll tell you straight out. We're only given one life. You see, Jim says, I hunted European boar in Berlin. No kidding. So Jim has hunted. He just got done telling me he has hunted European boar in Berlin. Wow. Now that would be awesome. Right? So again, like I said, we only get one day, one life. Let's make the most of it, man. Get out there and enjoy nature. Get out there and live the life that we were intended to, that we were blessed enough to have. You know, I am beginning to really live by this analogy, folks. I don't want to sit on my rocking chair one day when I'm older on my porch, rocking, talking to my friend or my wife, wondering, why didn't we do something? Or why didn't we do this? Or why didn't I do that? I want to remember memories. Remember when we did this? And remember when we did that? That's what I'm talking about. Life is full of memories. Let's make some and let's enjoy them. You know, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to create Arizona Outdoors, is because, yeah, I still have a German hunting license. You do really, Jim? Holy cow. My friend Jim just told me he still kept up on his German hunting license. That's awesome. Agree, Drew. 100% agree. I mean, that's why, like I said, I created this channel because I wanted to go out there and experience things that I would never have done before. And I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could do it. And if I had the opportunity to share with you guys, why not? I always say, share it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything. Well, thank you, Southbound. I appreciate that. Appreciate the gift, man. Much appreciated. Um, there's so many things to do. Hey, welcome in, Southbound. Glad to have you on here tonight, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, the area where we live in, there is so many things to do out here. So surprisingly, we still have a very huge active gold mine out here where I live. It's probably maybe less than 5 miles, 10 miles away from where I live. They're still actively pulling gold out of the ground. And I heard not too long ago that they actually found another huge, huge vein, and that they were hiring people from all over the world to come out and work this mine. So my area where we live, it is known to have gold. It is known to have silver, copper, and I believe a couple of other types of minerals that we harvest out here. And yeah, so Arizona is rich in a lot of minerals and gold, and probably even turquoise for all I know. So we have a lot of quartz out here. So yeah, I've got another friend that he's actually started getting into rock tumbling, and he's making jewelry and stuff out of it. Loves it, and he just recently started getting into panning for gold. So, is there gold in Arizona? Yes. Is there gold in Bullhead City or desert areas? Absolutely, there is. There is. That's one of the nice things about living out here is that there are so many things to do. I mean, we have towns that we can go to that are when you go back to them, like Oatman. I talk about it quite a bit, but that is a unique town. You know what, folks? I might one day do a live going through Oatman. What do y'all think about that? Maybe one day, maybe when it starts cooling off again, we'll take the off-road vehicle out there and we'll do a live out there and we'll figure out a way to get it all set up. We'll hook up the Starlink to the Terex and we'll go out there and we'll take the back roads up into Oatman and go through that town. Folks, that town is incredible. You can see it on videos and you can see it on pictures. It's different when you're actually there. It's actually different when you're there. The town literally is set back still in the 1800s. Yeah. All right. We'll do that. We'll plan on that live the next time it starts getting cool. Do you have any crab traps? No, I do not, Soul. I do not. Um, it would be fun to do it, but I just don't know if I could tolerate the water on the ocean. Let's see here. That would be Tony Hamilton says that would be nice. I haven't been there for years. All right, guys, we can do that. We can do that when the weather starts cooling off again. We could do it by car, but I think it has a lot to be said more about doing it in an off-road vehicle to get to really experience it where you want to go. And yeah, okay, so we'll plan that for next time it starts cooling down. We'll do it for next fall. So, folks, help me to make a memory on that one for next fall. That'd be great. We'll do a live tour to Oatman, Arizona. Now, here's the thing. You already heard about those donkeys that are living out in Oatman? Yep, it's all legitimately true. They still live out there. They are the descendants from the donkeys that are way back in the 1800s. Josie, how are you? Why are you sorry? No need to be sorry. Welcome into the channel tonight. Yeah, those donkeys are dated all the way back they're the ancestors from the ones that first came out here from the early 1800s. Oh, is it scratchy? Uh-oh. Maybe it's starting to die on me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So, no, not too many. Not too many. Hey, Drew. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Saul. It could be Drew. Okay, I apologize. No, Saul. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. We do not. No, sir. Okay. Maybe, hang on a minute. Is that better? Muddy Waters Outdoors, how are you? Thanks for joining the channel, my friend. Glad to have you on board, sir. Well, we have a great crew in tonight. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. Jaden, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so it does sound better, Soul? Thank you. Drew, can you hear me now okay, buddy? Gonna get a mic check test. Test 1, 2, 3. Folks, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay on the microphone? Perfect. Perfect. Jaden says, I'm amazing, man. Just made dinner. How are you doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. We were making some fish candy tonight, Jaden. I did 3 different types of baits. I did hot dogs with strawberry jello. Perfect. I did chicken liver, hearts, and gizzards with strawberry jello. And I did giant frozen shrimp with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Fat Cat, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining tonight. Glad to have you on here. For you fine folks who just joined, we were making fish candy tonight. I made 3 different types of baits for the upcoming fishing events that I'm going to be going on, or the trips, I should say, when I go back out fishing. Awesome. Folks, glad to have each and every one of you guys here tonight. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. It means a lot to have you guys here tonight. I'm going to get the battery charger ready just in case I need to power the phone up. We're going to have a backup system here. Anybody get any fishing done today? I know that Chaos did. I don't think SoCal went out because it was pretty hot. See, Jaden says, I said thumbs up, thumbs because I do the thumbs up emoji pops up, but I forget. Oh, no worries, buddy. No worries. Oh, you got 1 carp already, Fat Cat? Cool. Nice. So Fat Cat did get a fish today. All right. I know that Chaos got some today too. His wife just came in and chimed in that he got some. Hey, Maricel, how are you? Thanks for joining tonight. Appreciate you being here. Folks, I'm getting my cord ready on the phone here so I don't lose power. Give me a second here. You had to work, Muddy Water? Are you off now? Or are you home for the night? There we go. Got power. Well, I'm glad you're home safe. Or are you still at work right now? So no, not really. Some people will get real funny about having music or anything when they're fishing. As long as it's low, I don't mind it. Marisol, my day's going well. How is yours doing? We're doing pretty good. We were just making some fish bait. Oh, you're home now. Okay, awesome. Glad you're home and safe. Muddy Waters Outdoors. Glad you're home and safe. Yeah, we were just making 3 different types of fish bait. We did shrimp, yummy, yummy, and we did hot dogs, and we did chicken hearts and liver and gizzards. Strawberry barbecue. There we go. Soul says, yeah, that's what think like it doesn't have to be nightclub. Oh no, yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to music. Sometimes I'll throw some country music on. Sometimes I'll throw maybe metal music on. If I'm really feeling like I want to relax, I'm gonna say this. You're gonna know I'm straightforward. I don't even mind putting on classical music. I like it. A little bit of jazz, but I definitely like classical music too. Indeed, kind of tends to chill me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to classical music whatsoever. I actually enjoy it. Little thing about me, which I will tell you, my wife says I'm an old soul. Even though I'm 62 years old, my wife says I'm a very old soul because when we're driving in the car, because we have satellite radio, I will immediately turn it to the old time radio channel from way back in the 30s and the 40s. And I'll listen to it. My wife goes, how do you listen to that? I go, I visualize it in my mind and I can see it as it's actually happening because I can hear what's going on with the stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it. You forget about Wi-Fi. I don't know when they asked me, but roast random stuff. You said that you can get it from there. Kimball, I'm not sure if I understand the question. I'm so sorry. Something about Wi-Fi. By the way, good evening, Kimball. How are you? I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean, my friend. Remember me from Friday and 2 hours ago? Yeah, I remember you, Sarah. Welcome back. He was in the game just for a single dollar. And as far as I know, are we talking video games or something else, my friend? Because I'm not sure what you're talking about. So yeah, so my wife she literally she calls me an old soul because I like old style uh, shows. Well, thank you for the happy poop. I appreciate that. I think that's what that is. Thank you so much. Yep, Jordan. Thank you for the happy poop. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love getting those things. I think that's pretty awesome, man. Folks, I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for really helping my channel grow. Much appreciated. Hey, Ralph, how are you? Sea salt. What do we got going on for sea salt, my friend? Ralph Hernandez. Welcome in tonight, sir. So here's the thing I've been wanting to get. I need to actually go online, probably Amazon, because that seems to be the best place to get it at the cheapest, most inexpensive cost. I need to buy some pack bait holders. Sarah says, "Are you doing?" Sarah, if you're asking me how am I doing, I'm doing well. Thank you. Am I going to stream on Sunday? I don't know. I I I'm not quite sure. It all depends on what the wife may have planned. Kimball, thank you, Joy. I don't know what that's about, but thank you. Thank you for deleting that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Joy. Um, I'm not sure. Not sure on that one, Sarah. I mean, I try to in advance plan out when I'm going to be doing lives, but sometimes I just might do them at random to see. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Ralph. Got it at Walmart today. They had this one that had a bass on. They had another one that's got a catfish on it. I was torn on which one I wanted because they both look good, but I kind of felt this would be the. I was feeling this one more. I also got a few new shirts from Walmart today too, or yesterday. Walmart's blowing a lot of fishing stuff on sale right now, folks. If you have an opportunity to get to a Walmart, you've got to get out there. Nah, Jackson, I'd love to have you sub, but I'm not going to say that, my friend. Um, Yeah, Walmart's okay. It's okay. What part of Arizona am I in? I am literally right across from Laughlin. A lot of times when you see me out there fishing, I'm actually on the Colorado River at night. Nizar, how are you? Thanks for joining. Glad to have you here. Hey, Richard, welcome back. Glad you're back. Yeah. During the heat, like we're starting to entertain now, it's beginning to get hot where I'm at, and you're gonna probably see me do a lot more night fishing or super early in the morning fishing. I really don't know. I mean, as far as my end of time, it's where we're at. Um, Getting up super early would be good for me. The fact is on my end of time, I don't know anybody gets up that early, but it's good for the East Coast for sure because you guys are anywhere from 2 to 3 hours ahead of me. Oh, me too, Ralph. I love fishing indeed. I'm here in Arizona. Nizar, I'm here in Arizona. So I'll ask, what is the biggest fish in the Colorado River? The biggest fish in the Colorado that I've seen would probably be either striper or cat. I've seen them to where they're probably good 25 pounds. I know they get a lot bigger than that, but some of the ones that I've seen pulled out of the Colorado River are about 20 to 25 pounds. What's that, Sarah? Nizar, I am talking with you. I remember that from King of the Hill. That's all right, Nizar. I got you. I got you. No worries. Thank you, Joy. Looks like, folks, looks like we are getting hit hard tonight with the trollers. Wow, I haven't had this in a while. Oh, you got caught a catfish? Awesome. I don't normally like doing that, but if the conversation is not going to pertain to what we are talking about, we do not need to have it. We do not need to have it. Folks, I've got 40 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. So my name is Tim. Nice to meet you. Goodbye, Richard. Thanks for joining, buddy. Have a wonderful evening. California lionfish. I've never heard of that. What kind of fish is that? Well, likewise, Soul. Nice to meet you too, sir. Appreciate you watching me all the way from Australia. That's a privilege. Thank you so much. Between you and Drew watching all the way from out of the country, I do appreciate that. Thank you. It's like orange, but I don't know the name. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that. Hey, Christy Drake, how are you? Thanks for joining tonight. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard that type of fish. I'm sure there's kinds of freshwater fish or so that I've never even heard of. So, never heard of it. Let's see here. It looks like a lion. Oh, okay. Oh, we have another one from Australia. Well, welcome, Tasmania, Australia. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. What's going on, Mudcat Lotus? How are you, buddy? So that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Tassie. Yeah. Glad to have you here, Christy. Appreciate that. Appreciate you joining. I'm just curious. I was thinking about something right now. How much sugar is in the Sweet Baby Rays? Did I take a holy cow? Whoo! It's got 17 grams of sugar. This stuff might be crack for catfish. This might be crack for catfish. That's a lot of sugar for that thing. Holy cow. Yeah, 17 grams. Wow, that's a lot of sugar. That's probably why them carp fight so hard, man. They're all juiced up on sugar. Holy cow. Yeah, yeah. I try not to eat too much sugar, but I'll be the first to tell you, man. I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, them catfish, man, they fight pretty good though, man. I give mad props to catfish and carp. You know what though? One of the most interesting things that I can tell you since I've been fishing out here in the Colorado River area and of Arizona, especially even the lake per se, but more so the Colorado River. Some of my biggest fights that I've ever had, shockingly, are from the smallest stripers I've ever caught. When we're talking stripers about maybe a pound and a half, maybe 2 pounds, they are ferocious. Man, they fight hard. I've never seen tiny fish like that fight so aggressively or hard. I mean, they when you pull them out, you feel like you're fighting a bigger fish. Imagine fighting something like that on an ultralight line or a light to medium, which I normally do use a light to medium on them. But man, they can fight. See, Mike Lotus says, besides sardine, what's that? What's That's what you take. Yes, you definitely should have one if you're doing hog hunting. Always have a backup. Always have a backup. Even if you're out, like say bow shooting or something like that, always have a backup for sure. Indeed. Chad, how are you? Um, no disrespect, but I don't discuss money finances on the chat. I do apologize. Try to keep everything on cue. Take barbecue sauce? Yeah, no, I don't need any more of that one. No, thank you, my cat Lotus. I've already had enough. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I don't give any advice on any money issues or anything like that. No, I'm not a CPA, and I don't even think they would get free advice. Oh, hog hunting. Okay, I got you. Whew. I would imagine that, like, say, wild hog, like boar and stuff, would probably be probably a lot gamier. Have a good night, Sarah. Thanks for joining. But I probably, I mean, me personally, I would think that wild hog would probably taste a lot better than, um, oh gosh, what do they call my hair? Javelina. Hello, Javelina. See, Soul says, I don't need to be financial advisor to be able to say stop spending. 100% agree on that one. 100% agree on that one. Sometimes I have to curve the spending though, and I'm not going to lie to you. The wife will tell you sometimes I have to really curb the spending because I can tend to spend a little bit more money than I should on fishing equipment, hunting equipment, bow equipment, and pew pew equipment. Those are probably the biggest things that I do spend a lot of money on. But I look at it this way: within reason, you can, but if that's your passion, just be responsible about it. What's the topic tonight? Tonight's topic, Sean, was that we made fish candy. We made 3 different types of baits. No, no, no. They invest not just. Yeah, thank you. I like that. That's great thinking. Thank you, Soul. I appreciate that. It's too bad we just couldn't find a way to do a tax write off on them, right? Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. See, good equipment could save. Oh, indeed. Indeed. Absolutely. It is definitely an investment. I mean, I look at it this way: if it feeds me, helps me, protects me, it's always a good investment, or my family, it's a good investment. That's how I look at it. You can never go wrong with those three. I've been looking around for one of those. I'm trying to figure out a way, and I want to make it happen. I want to make it happen this year. I'm going to find a way. I'm looking for a miniature. I would say something almost like a jet boil, but I don't know if I want to even go something to that degree. But I like to do sometime in the future coming up to do a catch, clean, and cook on the banks of the lake. That'd be kind of fun. One of the awesome things about out here, though, folks, is you can actually overnight camp on the lake. You see, Soul says, I look at it as if I don't get a chance to get out often. So when I do, I want my stuff to work. Oh, I 100% agree. Hey, Alan James, how are you? Thanks for joining this evening. Glad to have you on board. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, one of the things I would like to do, I've just got to figure out when. Now that the boat is actually going to be up and running, I got the battery for it today, so I'll probably end up spending the day working on that and trying to get that thing running and or get it all hooked up and going. I would like to be able to find a day or a weekend that we can do a overnight catch, clean, and cook. Hey, Nick, how are you? Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you being here. This is your first time. Welcome, welcome. If you're returning, well, welcome. So Lake Mojave, there are a lot of coves that you can actually go into. There is no time that you have to be off the water. You can overnight. Just be respectful, as they say. You know, when you're out there, pack in and pack out, leave no trace per se. And yeah, they'll allow you to do it. Soul says nothing worse than getting out there and started on your gear plays up and you get I've spent 3 hours. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that can be a definitely a frustrating moment for sure. For sure, Saul. Absolutely. But yeah, that's something that I want to actually get going is to figure out a plan a scheduled event to where we can do a fishing excursion out there and figure out a way to, I don't know, do I want to sleep on the boat? Do I want to sleep on the bank? I don't know. Figure out a way to do something like that. I think it'd be kind of fun though. I don't know, maybe get the wife to go with me. You never know. Or maybe a friend. I don't know. We'll see. Something I've been planning on wanting to do, so we'll see how it plans out. Folks, let me grab something to drink real quick if you don't mind. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. Getting a little parched. A little parched. I normally would drink coffee, but not tonight. Let me see here. Maybe I will do a glass of milk. There we go. There we go. Needed something to keep me going here. See, it says here, Soul says, depends on whether if you should sleep on the boat or not. Yeah, true. I think during the summertime out here, though, the weather out here actually does pretty well. Let's see here. Alan James says, check out that bait company I sent you the link to. Alan, I do apologize. Did you send it to my email? I don't remember. Partner, bait company. Partner, do me a favor. Alan, do me a favor if you would, sir. I have such a bad memory. I remember you talking about it and I did not check it out. I promise I don't mean no disrespect. I did not remember to do it. I have such a bad memory sometimes. If you could do me a favor, Alan, email it to my email address at arizonafishinglife@gmail.com. arizonafishinglife@gmail.com. If you could do that for me, my friend, I'd appreciate it. Do your nights get really cold in Arizona? During the wintertime, it can, yes. But during the summertime, no. Says, now you're not a baby. Grab a man's drink like a jack. Hey, Alan, I won't disagree with that, but I don't know about doing it on live. But yes, I understand. In fact, my favorite is Jameson. So just so you know. But yeah, I'm drinking milk tonight. But hey, I understand you, brother. Cheers. Cold milk is good though. Too late for that now. Yeah, it's yeah, we're not gonna see any cold weather anytime soon, my friend. So if we get a cold weather come through again, it'll be a freak accident. That's what I'm talking about. Because we're starting to warm up now. The nice thing about out here where we live in Arizona, though, we 3 months of the year it's pretty brutal. It's not extremely bad, but it is warm. Not gonna lie, it's brutal. But the rest of the year, it's just beautiful out here. It is gorgeous. Yes, sir. Alan says, yes, sir. So, and it gives me an opportunity too to go out when we go out there and do that catch, clean, and cook. Gives me an opportunity to flay out my fish manually. I haven't done that in such a long. Well, I have, but I love to use the. I have what they call the old timer electric blade, and that thing works well. We're cooking down. We're cooking down, but it's not cold. We don't get snow. We have a similar climate to Central California. Oh, that's not too bad. So you're not cooling down. Okay, I got you. That's not too bad. California's starting to get their heat though now too. Buddy of mine that I follow on YouTube says that he got to what close to 110 the other day. So they're starting to get their weather heat up too. But again, like I said, for here, our time of the year, it's only 3 months out of the year, so it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, folks, I just want to say thank you for joining the channel tonight. I appreciate that. I know Nightbot's telling you, but I just want to personally give you the say thank you for you guys being here this evening. Um, Saturday night, you guys probably could be doing other things, but I'm glad you're hanging out with me here. No, Arizona is not a huge. I mean, it's not small, but it's not the huge state. The biggest state I think that we have in the United States may be Texas. Texas is a really big state, Soul. Big state. It could literally take you almost 3 days to get through it. Now, the biggest county that we have in the United States is in California, believe it or not. The biggest county in the United States is San Bernardino County in California. And that literally is where I live. You go maybe 20 minutes down the road south of me. We're, oh, Muddy Water Outdoors. You think Alaska is bigger than Texas? You could be right. I always thought Texas was bigger. But if you go 20 minutes just south of me, you're going to end up in California. 20 to 30 minutes south of me, maybe you're going to end up in San Bernardino County because it crosses that border right there at the Colorado River. Alan James says, so since it's been warming up, that means the catfish bites going to be picking up and also depends on the water. Yes, that is absolutely true, Alan. 100% accurate on that one. Our water temperatures are starting to warm up. They're getting a little bit slower in warming up, but they are starting to. Soul says, do you get many bushfires? We do. During the hot summer seasons, they do. Yes, they do. When I lived in California for years and years and years, I was actually a firefighter out there in California, EMS firefighter out there in California, and we were always fighting wildland fires during the summertime. We were always dealing with brush fires out there. No kidding, really. All right, Muddy Water Outdoors, thank you. I appreciate that. So it has been confirmed that Alaska is 2.5 times bigger than the state of Texas. Okay, appreciate that. That's why I love these chats, man. I learn even from you guys. If I'm not sure, you guys will help me get it. Appreciate that. Joy, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Arizona probably. I mean, since where I've lived, we haven't seen as many. But I know where I used to live out in California, we get them all the time. Soul says it's those. I'm sorry, it's those gun trees that hit important. Oh, gum tree. Oh, yeah. You mean when they burn? Yeah, yeah. They take off. The trees that they catch fire like that, they go up like a Roman candle. I've witnessed it many a times. I mean, there have actually been fires that I've been on back in the day where honestly, I didn't think I was going to come home. They were so bad and burned so hot. I didn't think I was going to move. I didn't think me and my team was going to get out alive. It was scary. I've had where we were in such thick, heavy smoke where the plane would come by as those water dropper planes would come by and they would drop on us. Yeah, the water or the Foz check. Yeah. E fishing, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Drew, you're out cutting your grass? All right, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. No, you're exactly right on that. Yeah, I've seen trees that do things like that. When they get up into the tops of the trees, it's what we call in the fire department we call crowning. And when they go up like that, they go up like a match. Foof, they go up that quick. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, there's not too much I hadn't seen in the 20 years of firefighting. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff. The interesting about fires, um, years ago in the county that I lived in, we had a huge forest fire, wildfire, and trees were really burning big. And inside the firestorms like that, they create their own weather pattern. And I literally seen tornadoes inside of a firestorm. You see these fire tornadoes, and they literally will whip around like tornadoes. It's the most beautiful thing you could ever see, but it's the most terrifying thing you can see also. Lily Slayman, how are you? Thanks for joining. Glad to have you here. Oh, I understand that, Drew. I totally get it. I'm not a fan of the gas, but I do love the fresh smell of grass. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I remember one year. In fact, it actually made the news where I lived. It made it all over LA and San Bernardino Riverside News. It was back in 2000 and I think it was 2006. It was a huge, major brush fire in California, and I got dispatched out about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, daylight, and we were on scene probably within an hour or so, and it looked like it was midnight. It was that bad. Arizona Outdoors are good people, and don't let nobody tell you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alan. Alan, I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I'd like to think that we were a special kind of breed. When most people are running away from it, we're running to it. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, it was the best career I ever had, man. I would have done it again in a heartbeat. Let's see. Soul says, as a firefighter, can you tell that both fires are getting worse? I think it's something to do with. You know what? I think in reality, without getting too deep into it, I think sometimes a lot of it has to do with mismanagement of how things are done that are causing a lot of these fires to happen and become more aggressive. Um, it's a proven fact, and again, not to get too deep into things, but um, nature has a way of taking care of nature. If you know what I'm saying. Yellowstone has been known to burn every year without fail because without fire, new life and new trees and things can't grow. New plants can't grow. You have to have it. It's just part of the ecosystem of life. That's how God created it. But when we get to a point where we think we know better on it and we try to stop and control or not to do cleanup like we should, that's when the problems can tend to lie. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it because it can go political in other directions, and that's not what I'm about. But again, yeah, I think there's a lot of things that could be done differently that would be beneficial if they were done differently. Yeah, before I worked on a fire engine, I was actually worked for the Department of Forestry for about 2 seasons, and I was on a hand crew. So yeah, I get it. I've seen both sides of it. Seen a lot of beautiful country. I've been to Montana, I've been to Florida, I've been to the East Coast. I mean, I've been everywhere. So it's been great. I've been a lot of fun. I agree. We have to backburn every. Yeah, I think control burns are essential. I really do. But I also believe that nature needs to be allowed to take its course. Saul says, "Did you ever work with Aussie firefighters before?" No, but I will tell you, utmost respect for you, Aussie firefighters. Um, Rumor has it that your country, majority of your firefighters were volunteer. Is that true or is that changed? Alan says, "Hey, brother, you ever seen a movie back? You know I did. You know I did. Loved it. Um, it's a lot of Hollywood. It is a lot of Hollywood, but it was still a great movie. Let's see here. River 2000, how are you? I just popped in. My pant. What? I Hi, River. Come on now. Be respectful, bud. Be respectful. Thank you, Joy. You got it too before I did. Appreciate that. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. Yeah, amazing actor. Yep, amazing actor. No. Oh, Burt Reynolds? Who's that? Drew, I kind of missed it then. It's Kurt Russell, not unless I'm thinking somebody else, brother. Are you asking me, Drew, who played in Backdraft? That would be Kurt Russell. He's the same actor who played in the Santa Claus. I'm sorry, Christmas Chronicles. Yeah, it was great. That movie came out, I think, in the '90s, if memory serves me right. Yeah, if it was, yeah, it was Kurt Russell who played in it. Oh, Joy, I'm so sorry. Hey, if you're tired, Joy, I respect that. No, don't feel obligated. I appreciate all your help. No, if you're tired, get some rest. Don't feel obligated. We'll do the best that we can. I appreciate each and every one of you moderators out there, man. Thank you so much. Joy, if you're tired, get some rest. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I watch a lot of these television shows that dealing with the firefighter side of things, and it's like that's just way too much drama. That is not firefighting life. It's Hollywood life. There was probably one movie that I could probably tell you that was probably the closest to reality, and it wasn't even a firefighter movie. It was a 1991. Thank you, Jim. Told you, man. Jim is on it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. There was one movie that if you hadn't had a chance to see it, it is with John Goodman and Nicolas Cage. It's called Bringing. I think it's called Bringing Out the Dead. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember now. And it is dealing with the life of the EMS paramedic life. That movie, in some reality, is probably as true as it's going to be. It's as true as it's going to be. It was a great movie. I think my wife and I, we watched it. And if you guys, if you know me, I have a very dark sense of humor. And things on that movie I was laughing about, and my wife looked at me like, "You're not right." It's that dark humor. You know what I'm saying? It's that dark humor about it. That's one of those. That's one thing you don't want to do. Is yeah, no, we don't. No, we do not. Yeah, I appreciate you too, Joy. Get some rest, man. You deserve it. You've been actually working hard today. I've seen you on just about every live that I've been on, man. You've been busy. We appreciate you, Joy. Thank you so much. Folks, let's give Joy a huge shout out tonight, man. She's been incredible today. Joy, thank you so much. Indeed, indeed. Tony Hamilton, finding joy on the journey. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Exactly. Well, we appreciate you too, Joy. Thank you for being dedicated and faithful and committed to the channel. Much appreciated for all your hard work and effort and you joining. Let's see. Hang on a second here. Let me see here. I got to go back up. You guys are going quick here. Let me see here. Alan says, so you being a firefighter, you guys didn't do fire breaks? No, we did. We absolutely did. When I was on the hand crew, we did. We still do. When you're doing a wildland firefighting operation, you always do but you always do break lines through that. Yeah, we do. Um, when I was earlier in my career, I actually did Forest Service. I was on a hand crew, and I was actually the my tool of choice was the McLeod, and it was a grub tool, and it was also a rake. So it was actually a hard working tool, and we always had to keep what we call keeping your dime. We always had to be 10 feet away from each other. But yeah, we did. Now being on an engine, we still have tools, but it's a different facet of it all. I was more on the hose operation than anything. Not necessarily a tool, but I was more like either on the nozzle side at times or backing up my nozzleman. Yeah, so and we would do what we would call progressive hose lays or wildland progressive hose lays. And sometimes we'd lay anywhere from 1,500 feet of hose or more, depending on how it was, depending on the terrain and how we had to climb. Yeah, we were literally like mountain goats. We would just climb, 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 and go, go, go. Going back to fire camp though, to demob and get some rest and eat, the food was good. Man, they fed us really good. They fed us really good. Joy, have a wonderful evening if you're going to sleep. Appreciate that. Appreciate all your help. No, Drew, tonight I didn't. I kind of laid off. Thank you, Jim. I was right. Bringing Out the Dead, 1999 with John Goodman and Nicolas Cage. That was a great movie. That was a great movie. Loved it. No, actually, Ferg. I just called you Ferg. Drew, I'm drinking milk. I know it's a rarity. I normally have coffee, right? No, tonight I drank milk. I guess it's supposed to do my body good, right? I think coffee does me better. Oh, I do too. The colder, the better. Now, here's the thing. Back when I was a kid growing up, I loved whole milk. Loved it. Now, can't stand the taste of it. Cannot stand whole milk. 2% milk is like where I'm at right now. 1% is too watered down. 2% is perfect for me. Yep. The only thing I like strong is my coffee. And I like my coffee like oil. I drink it strong and thick. If I'm feeling a little frisky, I'll put cream in it, which I do every morning. But during the day when I'm at work, I drink straight coffee. Yes, Jim, I have actually watched Schindler's List. It's a great movie. That's with Liam Neeson, isn't it? No, hang on. No, it's not. I can't remember the actor's name. I know who you're talking. Morgan Freeman played in it, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Gosh darn it! But it's a great movie, though. Nah, not gonna do that. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that. Oh, it is Liam Neeson. I was right then. Okay, I was right then. I know better than second guess myself. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. Folks, is that even a thing anymore? Do people still do that? The Dougie? I guess that was popular back in the day. I don't know. Oh, I can imagine, Jim. Yeah, it's a pretty heart wrenching movie. Jim was just saying that the Schindler's List movie makes him. He gets pretty emotional about it. Yeah, it's a hard movie to watch. A great movie, but a hard movie to watch. Indeed. Yeah, there are quite a bit of good movies out there. One of my all time. See, I've seen that stuff. Oh, you have. Oh wow, Jim. Okay, that explains it then. Folks, Jim was just telling me that he's actually experienced that kind of stuff in real life with things like Schindler's List. That's got to be tough, Jim. I'm sorry you had to see all that. Drew, what time is it in Arizona? We are looking at 8:40. Wow, is it already 8:40 over here? I didn't realize it was that late already. Holy cow. Yeah, we're at 8:40, Jim. Alan says, "Thank you for your service, brother. Let me buy you a glass of milk." Hey, appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was my pleasure, my privilege to do that for a living. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do that at the age of 5 years old. I knew that's what I wanted to do when I grew up. In fact, I remember when Emergency first came out in the early 70s. I remember that. Chocolate for Jim. Jim says chocolate for me. uh, um, yeah, I remember when Emergency first came out. Now, as a kid watching Emergency, I thought that was the greatest show ever. The greatest show ever. I kind of sit back and watch it now. I'm like, man, what were they thinking? But it's still a great show, though. I mean, it really is. Randolph Mantooth and Kevin Ty, Robert Fuller, Julie London, Bobby Troop. Yeah, great, great. And you know, a lot of actors from way back in the 70s got their start off that show before they went on to their own series. One that did already had its own show originally before it went to Emergency was, if you remember the television show Leave It to Beaver, he played Tony Dow played Beaver's older brother. He actually played on Emergency, and I believe he even played on one or two episodes of Adam 12, which was a great police show back in the 70s. Man, they don't make TV shows like that anymore, man. They were great. Emergency, Adam 12, MASH. Yeah, that's great TV right there. Indeed, it is. One of my all-time two favorite movies that I love, and I have to watch every year, at least if not more than twice a year, is Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2. Oh, I loved MASH, Drew. Loved it. Now, as a kid, I hated it. But as I got older, I have a whole new respect for it, and I loved it. I still watch it. I still watch it. Yep. Um, yeah, indeed, man. Right? Right? Indeed, Muddy Water. I think that was based on the original movie of MASH, though. I don't, was the original movie named MASH or was it something else? I was curious. Yeah, I remember the Love Boat. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but I do remember it. Um, Fantasy Island. Welcome to Fantasy Island. That was it was kind of a comical, cheeky show, but it was sometimes it could be good. Sometimes, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to really talk shows now. Okay, 70s, Gilligan's Island. Great show. Oh, Jim, there you go. Bait Shop was a great movie. Folks, Jim said, let's watch Bait Shop. That was a great movie. If you haven't seen that show, folks, got to rent it, watch it, whatever. It's called Bait Shop. A great show. Great, great show. Love it. Anything fishing related? Yeah, definitely going to be good. That's why I like Grumpy Old Man 1 and 2. Amazing show. I'm a huge Walter Matthau and a Jack Lemmon fan. Huge fan. Love it. I'm also a huge John Candy fan. Love all his movies too. See, Alan James says, I drink milk as long as it has a cup of. Oh, hey, there you go, Alan. I like that. You're talking some Bailey's in there, indeed. Bailey's is good with coffee too, by the way. Yes, it is. It's great with coffee. Hmm. Who says you have to have it for the holiday only? I think you don't have to have it for the holiday only. You should have it all year long. Let's see here. What else? Man, there's so many good movies. Was not a fan of Jaws. Didn't care for it. Don't know why. Just didn't like it. I think Roy Scheider's a great actor. I just didn't like Jaws. Man, we have a great crew on here tonight. Thank you guys for joining, man. We're having all kinds of good topic conversation. It's the best. It is the best. Hmm. Now I'm trying to figure out a way. I want to do a little bit more research. I want to get some stickers made up. I want to get some stickers of the channel made up and probably even some t-shirts made up. Just got to figure out how I want to do this. Got to figure out how I want to do this. I'm not really big into using AI, but even though I know a lot of people do use it, I don't know what the drawbacks are for using AI with YouTube because the last time I read or watched an article on it, they really don't like AI being used. YouTube, I guess, is what they're doing is they're actually wanting content creators to be original with a lot of their stuff. And obviously, lives you don't get no more original than lives because you're actually doing it. But I'm curious though, does that apply to the artwork that they do or not? I'm not sure. I have to do a little bit more dig and research on that one. But I would love to have some T-shirts made up and some stickers made up. A lot of times I'll meet people when I'm out, and I don't. They'll ask what the channel is, and I don't have the ability of handing, "Hey, here's a card" or something. It might be easier. Just got to figure out a way to do it. Can't wait to see you out on that boat, brother. Hey, Drew, it's almost there, buddy. I'm hoping to push it for next week, next weekend. I got one battery on it already. It'd be enough to get the trolling motor running. That's all I wanted that for. So the battery in the back for the main motor is good. I think I changed that out last year. That's good. And I had to replace the two up front. I finally got one today. I got a deep cycle on that one. The gentleman at the shop was telling me that deep cycle would be. I guess there's two different types of marine batteries, which I did not know. One was your crank, which I kind of hit, and then the other was a deep cycle. So I guess a deep cycle would probably be more beneficial for your trolling motors and stuff like that because I guess it takes it longer for it to wear down. Yeah, indeed, it's going to be nice. So it takes it longer for it to drain, and you can go deep farther down on the drainage before you can recharge it, which is a good thing. And for the troller motor, I think that would be perfect. I'm actually excited because I actually got a remote control for the troller. Instead of using the foot pedal like I always do, I've actually got a remote control that I can control the direction of the boat now on the troller. So that'll be fun to use. I'm not the most coordinated guy when it comes to feet, and if I'm trying to fish and I make that mistake and go the wrong direction, yeah, that could be bad all the way around. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that coordinated. uh, that's why I don't. I mean, I can play drums on my fingers and hands all day long. I just can't get the feet to go with the hands. Yeah, I'm that guy. Welcome back, Lily Slayman. So, yep. So we're gonna get that battery installed tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and get it out on the water next weekend when I have more time to do it. Probably get some fishing because the water's going to be warming up. Hey Jim, can you do me a favor, buddy? Do you have the ability of looking at the water temperature right now in the lake? Can you give me a rough estimate on it? Is it higher than 54? Is it at least in the 60s by now? Jim has the ability of looking that up, and he's pretty quick about it too, which is great. It's funny because a lot of times if I want to know what the water temperature is, I'll ask him. Oh, I'll pull it up on his phone. Yeah, it's just right now. That's kind of cool. Jim is a wealth of knowledge. I mean, that gentleman, he's a really good guy, man. That man can fish. And he's taught me a lot of stuff that I never knew about fishing, especially with lures and stuff. He's just incredible. He catches them, man. I think he caught two or three today. So he primarily does lure fishing, though. He's into kydexes and things like that, but he's always experimenting with different types of lures and just incredible. Hey, Richard, glad to have you back, buddy. Jim may have stepped away. I don't remember seeing it. If he did, I didn't see it. So he might have stepped away. I'll find out though. Yeah, I'm sure the water's starting to finally warm up now, so which makes it nice. And the catfish and the other fish will start be moving around a lot more because they're going to want to start to eat because they're going to be burning all that energy now. Today, two today and two yesterday. Awesome. So he caught two yesterday and two today. So Jim's been fishing. He's been doing it. Hey Jim, what's the water temperature? Oh, it's been okay. So it did go up. Perfect. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. So the water temperature is finally moving up. It is now 61 degrees in that area of the lake. Perfect. So the water temperature is rising. The fish are going to start moving more now. That's awesome. So yep, it's definitely time to get the boat out in the water. Get it out there and do some stuff with it. The only thing I have to decide now is do I want to put the Bimini top on or not? Because that boat does come with its own Bimini top. I just don't know if it's going to hinder us trying to fish. Well, I guess it could be. The nice thing about it is it can be folded back. The downside to it, though, is that when it's folded back, it takes away that back seating area, which leaves you the front and then the two seats on the captain's console and the other one. Seen some monsters they just wouldn't bite. No kidding. So they're out there, Jim. Nice. Jim just said he saw some monster bass out there today, but they just weren't hitting. That's why they're huge. They're smart. I'll give it that. Definitely for that reason. Tony says, how to put, let's see here. Tony says here, how to put the shade part up. Tony, I'm sure there's a way to do it for the Bimini top, but dang, man. I'd have to figure it out because it is only a 16-foot crust liner. It'll cover the captain's chair, the lounge, and potentially the back seats. But once I lay it down to fish, it takes away that back area. I don't know. I'd have to check it out. I'm sure there's got to be a way it can be done. I'm sure. I just have to play around with it and see. I will probably only use it though if I'm going to be out there for longer than most of the day. So, but again, yeah, I have it. The nice thing is I have it. That's the benefit because those Bimini tops, they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. I got real fortunate when it came with the boat. It came completely loaded with everything. So I got real lucky. Not a bad price either, man. I was shocked. I picked up that beautiful boat for like $7,600, and I'm the second owner. So it actually is a clean looking boat. Mm. I think my eyes must be getting tired. So I got these new beautiful glasses that I wear. I went in about about a few days ago. I've had them for about 2 weeks now, and I finally told the doctor, "Go, yeah, they work great, but I still think sometimes they don't seem like crystal clear as far as it almost seems like I'm seeing double." Well, he rechecked my eyes again, and glasses are fine. It's not the glasses; I think it's my stigmatism that's causing it. Let's see here. Tony says, "Yeah, I saw your boat out there when you were out working on your motor. It looks like a nice one. Good shit. Oh, you know what it is, Tony. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a decent little 16 footer. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. The only thing that I failed to do, and it's my fault, the first to admit it was I let it sit too long. I let it sit too long, and I just always had reasons why I couldn't get it out there. And I think one of the reasons why, if I'm truly honest about it, was I wasn't comfortable with it because I'm not familiar with it. But the only way to get familiar with it is to get out there and do it. I've just got to do it. And I'm going to start slow. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be fishing, but I'm going to start slow. And the wife's already told me when I get comfortable with it, then she might ride with me. But it's important for me to get out there. One, and two, it's important for me to get the wife out there because I know she loves to fish. And I know my son will go with me, but I don't always want to have to, depend on other people. Yet again, it's just because I'm unfamiliar with it. I haven't used it in so long. That's the only reason why. Richard, the biggest fish I've ever caught is about a 12 or 13 pound carp. I'm sorry, on the Colorado River. Colorado River. Yeah, if you want to check it out, my friend, check out that video. It's a good one. It's a good one, Richard. Check it out. All my fishes that I caught are all on my videos. I did very few videos. I think a majority of them that I have are all lives. So yeah, it's as it happened. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it indeed. Well, folks, I want to say thank you for joining the live tonight. It means a lot that I had you guys here with me. Folks, it's always a pleasure to be able to interact and correspond with you guys here on YouTube Lives. I enjoy it so much. I learned so much from you guys, and I get to hear about your stories and what you do and what you don't do, and your comments or your feedback about stuff. It's what makes this channel amazing. We learn from each other and we get to enjoy each other's company. Thank you for streaming, your brother. Well, no, thank you, Drew, for joining. I appreciate that, my man. And have a wonderful evening fishing out there tonight if you go. Let me see. Give me just a quick second here. I can tell when my eyes are getting tired. Final Boss explains, you getting monetized soon? I don't know yet. I'm still trying to meet the requirements that they're asking me for. I need about 700 more hours to reach the point that YouTube needs it. And if I could get that soon, that'd be great. That way I can get this thing kicked off and going. But I mean, overall, though, I enjoy doing this because it's fun. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and I enjoy showing great content. Try to do great content anyway. But yeah, I mean, if YouTube's willing to do it, hey, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to take it. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I do well on this channel is because of you guys. It's nothing that I'm just producing content that I would like to watch, and you guys are just fortunate enough to enjoy it and like it and support me. And I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that, guys. Whether you're supporting me by channel or by donations, whatever the case may be, I appreciate it because this channel, it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to you. At least I hope it means a lot to you guys because I mean, I enjoy doing it. I only want to do what's best, give good content. So, but overall, yeah, I think we're almost there anyway. Well, hey, Memory of Fisherman, have a wonderful evening tonight. And yes, rooster tails indeed. Especially if you're trout fishing, brother. Especially if you're trout fishing. I used to use those all the time for trout fishing. Yes, indeed, man. Well, have a wonderful evening. See, hope that bait you made catches. Oh, thank you, Drew. I do too, my friend. I do too. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time to do it, but I like to think that a little bit of work into it makes it pay off. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You see, Tony, have a good night. So Tony says, "Hey, have a good evening, Tim. Everyone, chat. You also, well, yeah, Tony, you have a wonderful evening too, and thanks for joining. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys being in here and having a fun time hanging out. All right, folks. Hey, again, thank you for each and every one of you being on the live tonight. Loved having you here. It was a great conversation. Y'all got to see me make some fish candy. And for those of you who didn't, go back and check out the video from the very beginning on the live and give it a thumbs up. I could definitely use that. Please do. It helps boost the algorithm. YouTube looks at that and it gives them an opportunity. Here's something I'll say real quick. The more that people view my videos and my lives, the more YouTube will push it out and push it out and push it out because they're seeing people who enjoy that. They'll push it out to people who are like minded and thought like that, and who like fishing content and things like that. So if you guys could do that, watch the videos, give me the thumbs up. That way, YouTube will push it out for me. Much appreciate if you could do that for me. Again, folks, have a wonderful evening and a great night. Be safe out there wherever you may be, whatever you're going to be doing tomorrow, whether it's fishing or spending time with family or whatever. Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and stay safe out there. And folks, as I always say, I'll see you outdoors. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.